We are live.
We are live. Welcome to News and Nonsense at 8. It should have been 9. I'm Auntie AK, aka the auntie of all the aunties, and Michael Jackson. And I'm here with.
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely.
Hi. Auntie Farah's not feeling too good, so she's taking a break. So I need to turn off my heater. I've got a heat on down here because my legs is cold. Um, so she'll be back with us next week. And yeah, we are here because it's news and nonsense. And literally, I don't know how much more I can keep saying that the world has gone to hell in a handbasket or it's already there, but it's ridiculous. And we suffer the blows and the madness for you so we can bring you news and nonsense our way. We're going to give you our take on it. We're here to help you separate the wheat from the chaff, the sap from the crap, what you need to know from what you don't need to know. But before we start and get into it, Nana, what do they need to do?
Please, guys, you need to book the like button now and share this as well. I will also be dropping the link in the chat to join our YouTube membership, which is $2.99 to support us and $5.99 to be a member of our family and gain access to our WhatsApp community as well as our monthly lives. Now, I know we owe you some lives, we do, but we will be back with them. But yes, so please, it's a way to help us. It's a way to help keep the lights on for your aunties. I will drop the link on the chat.
Yeah, baby. And who else? Who is in the chat with us today?
Who's with us? Okay, as people are coming in, roll up, as they say. We have Body Gang. Hey, Body. Body was in here first. We have Coco Pop in with us as well. Yvonne is with us too. Lady Lyric is in the house. Cher is in the house. And hello to Facebook and Instagram.
Hello out there. Hello. Ahoy out there.
Oh, we've got more people rolling in now. We've got Love M's with us as well. African Man is here. And Queen of Kuti.
Oh, hello, Queen of
Kuti is with us, and Miss G as well. Hello, guys. Roll up.
Always telling people what to do. Make sure you like and subscribe.
I know we are so close to 13K. I think we are like 30 people away from hitting 13K, and it would be amazing if we got there during this live as well. That would be phenomenal.
Very cute.
Yes, that would be really great. And you know, it is Sunday service. You all know what you need to do. You got to do your tithes. It actually makes such a difference. That Sunday where we can call it super tide Sunday, when people had to talk to be in the chat, especially whenever we do anything with African Americans, because Americans know how to tithe. It was really good, and we almost doubled the amount of money that we make usually on YouTube. So it really, really helps as well. So please give your Sunday tithes. That would be great.
That'd be great. Don't don't make us beg you. We will. We're not above it. But yeah, it just helps us keep the lights on, guys. All right, let's get into some news and the nonsense of today. First up, roll up. We have got, guys, Melania Trump. Who told Melania Trump anyway? First and foremost, first of all, who told Melania Trump to start? Who, like, it was very much like everyone's been asking me why I left Instagram. Everyone has been saying you need to talk. Everyone, this random people. Anyway, let me play what's going on with. Can you I'll set up the video.
That is exactly what it was like. Like, I need to tell you all why I haven't been online for a month, and nobody had noticed. In all of the Epstein stuff, though, I don't know why, but Melania was at the bottom of my thoughts on anything to do with it. I had actually forgotten about that chick, because what we can get into is she don't even live with Donald Trump, and they haven't lived together for a few years. She lives in New York. He is in the White House most of the time as well, or in Florida. So these two are strangers. Who was thinking of Melania Trump?
Who? Oh, first up, Louise Owusu here to say, Thank you, Louise.
Thank you.
Our Ghanaian sister. Thank you so much. Yeah, hold on. Like, who? And it's like this big conference. Okay, we'll get into it. We'll play some of it. Why not play all of it? Because her accent is still too hard to listen to. Let's go. Is it on?
Good afternoon. The lies linking me
Is it low?
to the disgraceful
A little bit
Jeffrey
low.
Oh,
need to end today.
it's on
The
high.
individuals lying about me
Better.
are devoid of ethical standards, humility, and respect. I do not object to their ignorance, but rather I reject their mean-spirited attempts to defame my reputation. I never been friends with Epstein. Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time, since overlapping in social circles is common in New York City and Palm Beach. To be clear, I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell. My email reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than casual correspondence. My polite reply to her email doesn't amount to anything more than a trivial note. I am not Epstein's victim. Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump. I met my husband by chance at a New York City party in 1998. This initial encounter with my husband is documented in detail in my book, Melania. The first time I crossed paths with Epstein was in the year 2000 at an event Donald and I attended together. At the time, I had never met Epstein. Documents, depositions, victim statements, or FBI interviews surrounding the Epstein matter. I have never had any knowledge of Epstein abuse of his victims. I was never involved in any capacity. I was not a participant, was never on Epstein's plane, and never visited his private island. To maintain my sound reputation without hesitation. To date, several individuals and companies have been legally obligated to publicly apologize and retract their lies about me, such as Daily Beast, James Carville, and HarperCollins, UK. Now is the time for Congress to act. Epstein was not alone. Several prominent male executives resigned from their powerful positions after this matter became widely politicized. Of course, this doesn't amount to guilt, but we still must work openly and transparently to uncover the truth. I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors. Give these victims their opportunity to testify under oath in front of Congress with the power of sworn testimony. Each and every woman should have her day to tell her story in public if she wishes, and then her testimony should be permanently entered into the congressional record. Then, and only then, we will have the truth.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done.
I mean, everyone's been asking me, and so I thought I was eating my peas and my rice, and then Melania's on the screen.
I mean, there's so many theories. Wow, we got some money. We got some money.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Thank you. Woo, 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 woo.
Thanks. I was just typing. Thank you.
Bless you, bless
Our money. Thank you. I'd give more to shut her up, but I'm skinned. I hear it.
Listen.
The reason why, because let's break it down, because there's a lot to talk about here.
Can we start with, all right, Melania has been in America since the 90s.
Yeah.
Like probably about, I think it's 94, 95 when she got there. The thickness of the accent is one thing, but the lack of being able to read out, like this is the second term that you have been first lady. You know you got to do speeches. You guys are basically billionaires. You trying to tell me you can't afford a voice coach? Like this is, I don't think this is okay when you are deporting people left, right, and center. Like I actually think it sends the wrong signals out there.
That is the part that wilds me, because it's like they will say, how dare you be in our country for how many years and you don't know how to speak the language? And yes, she can speak what we think is English. And I hate that we are now laughing at someone with an accent. There's nothing wrong with having an accent, but the position that you're in and the stance that your husband and his cabinet take and his cronies take. Sorry, I put chewing gum in and I shouldn't have. It's flying out my mouth. Yeah, the position that they take about immigrants and their inability to speak their language is wild. That you are a whole immigrant in every sense of the word. And when and how did you get here? That's the thing, because you know what? I always assumed, I didn't even know she was fighting so hard, because the things I've been watching, I didn't know she was fighting so hard to have her reputation cleansed in that respect, because I thought it was a given that she was an escort and that she got plucked from the harem of Ghislaine and Epstein, and that Donald went, yep, that one will do, and then they groomed her to become first lady. I thought that was the story. I didn't even know she was fighting so hard.
Literally, it's like this is really weird. So because to me her origins were so clean cut that you came here, you did the model circuit escort route. Like, you know, he's an older man. A lot of your brethren were all young with an older man as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is surprising. I remember it was when they were first running, when he was first doing his campaign, and all of her old kind of FHM pictures were out there, like the lads mags.
Sexy one, because she did all that.
She had a whole load of those that were circulating and people being like, oh my God, how can the first lady have basically like titties out pictures out there? Yeah. This whole thing of like a clean reputation, you've been married to a Trump. Like, what are you talking about?
And you've got pictures with Epstein and Ghislaine talking about you don't know them very well, sending emails. And it could be, you could have just been kissing ass. You might as well now talk, because everyone is asking. So then now tell the maybe you're not kissing ass. That's why you have the email that says, "Hey babe," basically, "Hey babe, great being with you the other day. Great to see you, like great hanging out." That's literally the tone of the email. Then you're talking about, I don't know her, I never interacted with her, and then you're suing, because I saw an interview with the Daily Beast guy, and he was like, "We're still in court. It's not finished." And then I think the grounds that she's trying to sue the Daily Beast for. And I didn't know she's got bears. She's suing everybody, saying but it's also like stuff within the confines of law that you can't be suing for, because we're not. I think the Daily Beast guys said we're not defaming her. We're literally using what's in public record, and you can't just sue because you don't like what we're saying.
But basically, because Donald started doing that as well, and a lot of different publications like the BBC kind of apologized, and you know, the others in America kind of really did capitulate to everything he was saying. I think the lawyers that they have they're out here to make money as well, isn't it? So they're going to go after anything that you say about her, and everything that we are saying is very allegedly based. You know, this is just our opinions. So you never know. She may see this and send us. She may send us some shit as well.
She's going to sue everyone. I haven't even watched SNL yet. I need to chill out. Apparently SNL gone into her. Everyone's gone into her. Like you,
because who was talking about her?
No one was talking.
What
do you think this is? Because we got a video from Michael Wolff.
Yeah.
So I play that, or do you want to get into your thing?
Yeah. No, let's play Michael Wolff, because he's speaking about it as well. Obviously, I think he is the only person that is actually suing her.
But that's the Daily Beast guy, isn't it?
Is he a part of the Daily Beast? He's the one that wrote Epstein's autobiography.
Yeah. I thought he was.
Okay.
Maybe because that's who I was talking about. I think it was him. I think it's him anyway. But yes, he's sued back because he's like, "Fuck you can't sue me." Anyway, let's go.
That was sure weird. And she certainly contradicts much of the evidence, known timeline, and much of what Epstein has directly said about her. So why? Well, we know she's fiercely tried to protect and control the details of her life after she came to New York in the 1990s. She sued the Daily Mail, which suggested that she was an escort, and she has issued almost on an industrial scale threatening letters to almost anybody who connects her with Epstein, even though we've all seen the pictures connecting her with Epstein. So why now? We know that she's unhappy about my lawsuit against her. We're probably even more so unhappy with her lawyers who have gotten her into a legal situation that she can't control because I am suing her. The lawsuit is now in front of a federal judge, and we are waiting for a decision on their bid to have the case dismissed, which we don't think has a chance. But is this an effort to influence the judge? It's a Trump judge, by the way, or intimidate the judge? Intimidation is, of course, what my case against her is about. Actually, she might seem to have a sort of Soviet bloc sense of how the law ought to work. The other thing about her weird statement is that it also seems to be in PR talk getting out in front of something. So is there a new accusations or a big bombshell on the horizon? And then the other perhaps obvious point might just be that she hates her husband. He's the one who got her into this Epstein mess. He's the one now threatening to damage the Melania brand. She's pissed. And in a way, what she's doing is saying to Congress, and perhaps to a future Democratic Congress on the horizon, investigate the son of a bitch. Well, that was sure weird. And she certainly contradicts much of the evidence.
I mean, I don't know which way round it is, because it also could be a bit of everything as well. So what we do know from the timeline point of view is her brethren, Amanda, well, ex-friend, Amanda Ungaro, yes, who has known her since the 90s as well, and was also the ex-partner to, what's that man's name?
Bella. Yeah, Paolo.
Let me get
Is it
this.
Paolo?
Yes. I'm just seeing the names. Yes. So, all right. Amanda came out on the 8th of April with her first tweet, directed solely at Melania. Let me get that up as well so you guys can see that. I think that a lot is going to come out, and we know this anyway because Epstein has started tracking back upwards while Iran war has been a bit on the back foot while they are doing their fake ceasefire. So there's definitely that in terms of the news. It's like Epstein was coming back along. And then you have Amanda going after her brethren publicly on Twitter and saying, hello, Melania. I was around you for 20 years. You knew I was inside ice, and you know what hurts after all this time. I stayed close to your family, your mother and your father, not because of you, but because of them, at events and everything else. So shut your mouth when speaking about me, because I will expose everything I know. That came out on the 8th. And nobody really noticed that because they weren't really looking into what was taking place. And then she had another tweet the next day as well. Let me just say that. I will tear down, this is the next day, I will tear down your corrupt system, even if it's the last thing I do in my life. I will go all the way. I am not afraid. Maybe you should be afraid of what I know or who you are and your husband and who your husband is as well. Now, Amanda's been through a lot.
Yeah.
She's going through alienation from her ex-partner. Her child has now been stolen away from her. She was picked up by ICE. It's looking like maybe she was framed allegedly. That's how they managed to deport her back to Brazil. But she's also claiming that she most definitely was groomed and was on Epstein's flight and was basically given to her partner as well. And this is her best brethren, who she went through the modeling agency with as well.
This is the thing.
Also, it's like they have been given positions within the government as well. So it's not looking good. And if this chick, apparently she may be talking any minute now with CNN and another station on Brazil. I will keep an eye on Twitter to see if that actually happens. If she starts spilling all of the beans, she knows a lot. They have like 50 odd pictures that are in circulation of all four of them doing Christmas together, New Year's parties. Like, this is a friend. It's actually a little bit crazy.
I assumed that was the route. I assumed she was part of the modeling traffic crowd. I assumed, and I believe Ongaro, whatever Ongaro says, yeah, definitely, you two were out there with your tails in the air, doing your thing, escorts and stuff, allegedly.
I will put up what she actually said.
Before you do, yay! Fashion time. Super sticker. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Yeah, what did she say?
I say this like I can read this. I'm on a smaller.
Read it then. The highlight, just the highlights of everything.
You can go through everything. This is in Amanda's own words as well. She's done an interview already. This came out a couple of months ago.
All right. This is not family drama. This is criminal. This is a criminal operation. I have witnessed many things since I was a teenage girl who became swept up in this nightmare. I have photos to prove the physical abuse I have experienced at the hands of Paolo. I have proof of his long-time substance use issues. I have information and proof of his fraudulent business deals and millions of dollars worth of insurance fraud that Paolo has committed. I have proof that me and my family have faced harassment, threats, and blackmail from Paolo for years. I have information and proof of government and public officials being bribed by Paolo. I have proof that Paolo began trying to date me when I was 15 years old, and it is true that I was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane as a teenager. I was only 16 years old the first time I was put on his plane. I prove Paolo abandoned his own mother in a nursing home in Italy after stealing her jewelry and other valuable items. If a man can rip away his own mother's dignity without a second thought, you can imagine what Paolo is capable of. I faced a false arrest based on manufactured charges. I was forced to stay in an ICE detention facility for months before I was deported to Brazil, where I have been something for justice, fighting, I guess, for justice. My paperwork and history of work for the United Nations does not stop the government from treating me like an animal. That's what she's saying.
Yeah. I mean, she did have an official role. It's like she was, it's Trump, isn't it? When he gets into power, he gives his brethren a job. And he did. So this chick knows a lot. And that I mean, this is the thing. A boyfriend, your partner that you've been with for decades, your baby father can be like, you know what? She's going to leave me. I'm going to get her locked up by ICE and deported. And then I'm going to take my child back. Like, and this is Trump's best brethren. So you can imagine, like, I don't know, maybe Melania is getting out in front of something because she's thinking Trump could do something to her. So let me be uber uber public, allegedly, maybe theories. She could be like, for my own safety, let me start being out there in the public.
Because you definitely don't love your man. We all know you hate him. And I think that's the thing about, and the guy said he's not the founder of Daily Beast. He just contributes to something that Daily Beast does, Michael Wolff. But he's counter-suing because like they also want to say like, you don't even live in Washington, you live in New York. So something that she's doing is like, you need to be tried in New York, whatever the case is, something to do with location. But you live in New York with your son. You do not live with your man, and you get treated like a guest. And apparently when you go over to the White House, you're in the guest room anyway. And it's just like, oh, you're visiting, hello, and stuff like that.
So they're not even trying to pretend, you know, for a public appearance's sake, to be in a relationship with each other. I'm obviously never going to watch a documentary, but apparently within the documentary, they come across like they are literally not even friends, like acquaintances, colleagues. Like she's saying to him, like, have you spoken to your son type shit? Like they're co-parenting, but not really.
Well, I mean, he's like, did you watch the thing? No, I did not. And, you know, in general, the annoying thing about this is I've watched so many things now. I kind of want to watch the documentary just to see how bland it is. It's like, it's counter marketing, because I've heard too many people say that documentary, so it's going to make people watch it. Just, I bet you with all this happening, she's going to get a spike in views. Still not going to save her. But what they're saying that she's trying to do is create brand Melania. Like she's doing her book. She's done her unnecessary talks and speeches. No one knows what you stand for. No one even knows what's in your brain. There's nothing. And your documentary did nothing to enhance or enlighten anything about you. But what she's trying to do, and getting in the front of what could come out, what could Trump do? Unless it's just like you're done and you're ready to divorce him and you're ready to get gone and you need to have public, as you said, public witness that I'm not with this, because she's calling for more investigation. The whole the war isn't actually the basis of distraction for Epstein. It still contributed very well, and Trump was very happy with distraction. It came out, Epstein was disappearing a little bit for those that were like, okay, let's focus on the war now. It's not gone. You have resurfaced it. And you're calling for the victims to get justice.
Yes.
What? But you're dissing yourself.
It is a bit mad. It is like, do you want them to lock up your husband? Probably. I feel like it could be a bit of everything. She's trying to distance herself, but also be like, look for the men, and you know, like the whole modeling industry is now going to have them too. Maybe she is like, who knows? She may have been a little bit of a pimp, allegedly. Just my thoughts coming to my head. You never know what her role was in the chain, because Amanda also in one of the tweets as well. She has since deleted all of those tweets that she put out. But in one of the tweets, she said, you tried to get me to do something with the children, but you couldn't get me involved in it because of my character. So maybe there is a lot more that could be pinned on Melania tried to get me to go here or something. You never know. I'm just like, but also she is throwing her husband under the bus. Like, you really, there's no way around it. You are, and he said he didn't even know she was going to do this speech. So,
and he said he tried not to talk about it. He was like, "Well, I would have done things differently." So you can't shit on her just yet, but it's coming, because he's shitting on anyone that turns against him. So there's only so much before he starts cussing her and then starts saying stuff.
Yes. Exactly.
I don't know. It's a weird one. Very strange. Her popping out of nowhere to come talk on your husband's nonsense, like embarrassing your husband like that, if he can be embarrassed anymore. No first lady has done this.
I mean, he didn't need that, did he? In everything, he didn't need it.
I want to scroll through it because there's another woman's name that I'm just going to. I don't know. Are we all right with sharing Daily Beast stuff? Because I just need to find out what she was saying, because she was on. Our friend here. Oh, what's that? Jennifer Welsh.
Okay.
Let me play and see, because she says someone's name. I'm going to try and scrabble through it.
So that we can get your thoughts on what is going on with Melania, who says that she's never been legally accused or convicted of a crime in connection with Epstein's sex trafficking, abuse of.
Rating is the lowest ever recorded for a first lady. And now he has Todd Blanche, who is far more diabolical than Pam Bondi was. And does he say, okay, you go bring this back up again. Let's bring this up again so we don't have to talk about the failures of my war planning in Iran?
Significant. Is this a huge FU to her husband, who, of course, was accused by various people in the Epstein files? We're not saying he's been found guilty of anything, but...
Oh, is it not showing up?
FU to him to talk.
It's not playing. Oh, I'm not showing up. Can you see it? You can see it. Can you see it?
Let me stop my one. There we go.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry.
About getting justice for the victims, but also I just don't trust these people. Words and statements don't mean anything to them. This is the party that's, you know, Trump, I brought back Christmas. Everybody can say Merry Christmas again. And Melania ultimately deported, an outcome that may well happen regardless of Mr. Zampoli's meddling. Mr. Zampoli is the man who says, I introduced Melania to Trump. He says that he's the one that introduced
And he
him.
used to have a modeling company, like so many of Trump's friends. Trump had a modeling company. Jeffrey Epstein had a modeling company. Paolo Zampoli had a modeling company. And it's supposedly at his party that Melania says, at least in her very strange memoir, in which I like to point out she acknowledges nobody and she thanks nobody, that they met there. That's where they met.
Yeah, and so this woman, Amanda Ungaro, is the mother of Zampoli's child, and he.
It's repeating. I'm going to find it. It's repeating. But
there was another woman talking about the same thing.
Let me see.
Just to come off of the back of that, like against Melania's story that she's saying that it was Paolo that introduced them. Jeffrey Epstein for years.
Everybody's trying to fill in what
that introduced them, and he said, I think it's like a recording of Jeffrey Epstein. I mean,
you know, why is she crying out for other women?
Jeffrey Epstein apparently said that he had sex with Melania before
Trump what I thought.
On an airplane, and that was always out there. And then at one of his parties, he introduced them to. So this new spin on it, and there's audio of Jeffrey Epstein saying this. Now he may be lying, I don't know, but this is what's out there as well.
Let's see. Okay, I've scrabbled along. This is the last trouble.
To give their stories to Congress.
It's really fascinating because they show such disrespect for their supporters. Todd Blanche is the guy that went to prison, met with Ghislaine. She made assurances to him, such assurances that made him feel safe enough that now she's in a cream puff prison with a puppy. And nobody even talks about the well-being of this puppy, but I think about it all the time.
Well, Janet.
Well, I'll drop this in the chat, but I swear there's another one, and I swear there's another one. Maybe I misheard it, but anyway.
I'm wondering if you're talking about the other Brazilian victim of Epstein.
There's someone that's
young. She was young as well. Maybe she got trafficked around 14, and I think she knows Amanda, as in they were all doing the modeling thing at the same time, and she knows Melania as well. But I don't know if she's said anything about her, but maybe somebody connected the two, that there is this victim that is also Brazilian, that also went on Epstein's plane and was pimped out like properly. So maybe there is a connection there.
Maybe, but someone asked in the chat, does she have puppy privilege? So this is the first thing I clicked on, so I don't know how this is.
Convicted child sex in the world who would get this kind of treatment in prison. There's actually no way within the confines of prison that her life could get any better.
Add to that one more perk for the convicted sex offender, puppy time. According to the whistleblower, an inmate who trains puppies to become service dogs was instructed to provide one to Maxwell for a time so she could play with the puppy.
Yeah, I don't know if we're allowed to play this, so that's it. Yes. So I don't know if it's an ongoing. It's been kind of remixed as she's got a puppy, but she gets time. She gets puppy time.
She gets puppy time. I mean, if anybody cares to listen to that crazy type of deposition that she has, she says nothing, but in anything that she says is always Trump wasn't around though.
Yeah.
Trump wasn't there.
Yeah.
Trump did nothing. Trump did it's just such a fluff piece. It's terrible.
She was silenced. She was.
And then basically is like short of getting some type of a pardon. You don't get sentenced to like 20 years and then you go into some kind of Cat D prison where she's probably allowed out. We're just not being told about it.
Yeah.
Who knows if she's even in prison, to be fair.
Prison. I think I've had a few more been watching a few more conversations where it feels like, okay, maybe she really is inside. But if she is, she's having, I say a whale of a time, but she's not, she's in a Cat D. She's literally, I don't know.
It's easy time. It's easy
She's
time.
not getting the time that someone like her should get.
Precisely. She is not in a shitty maximum prison.
No,
she's in easy time when you're about to be released type state, if she's actually inside at all. And I don't know if something happens or this dies down in some way. I don't know. I would not be surprised if this man pardons her. Give it a year or two, he could do it. And I'm not even saying it could just be Trump. Like somebody, if the Democrats come in next, one of them could pardon her. Like it's just, she could be out soon.
Trump's pardons, he's been talking about he's going to do some pardons. Let me see if I can get this up. I can't. There's too many people talking about it. But yeah, apparently he's going to offer people pardons, and he's basically, what the analysis is saying is he's doing it so that you don't get your shit off, all your madness. Do what you can to defend me, have my back. Anything you do, you'll be fine. But it depends on the type of crime they do and the kind of shit that they do that you can pardon them on. I think there's like, you can pardon on this thing, but you can't pardon on that. If it's federal or criminal, all those type of things. So if Trump doing all of that, testing his base because everyone's jumping ship, because all his loyal people are just like, nah, fuck you, you're crazy. I don't know that you can trust that. If you're going to be part of that, if you're going to be, yeah, man, I can go and do the purge because Trump's going to pardon me. Not sure that's take time.
I mean, who would have thought that he could pardon all of the insurrectionists, the January 6ers? Yeah.
But how many of them are still on road? How many of them are still on road?
I mean, there was that spiritual advisor that he had that he pardoned for sex crimes, and then he went back and R-worded another child again. Like, so Trump will do shit. And again, it's a bit like the royal family. How many pedophiles and adjacent people do you have in your circle all the time? And you're going to be like, no, I'm squeaky clean. It's like, come on now, please. Realistically, anybody with a modeling agency, though, you've got to side-eye them. Because
how have you all got Trump, this Paolo guy, Epstein? You've all got model. Why? Even why?
John Luke, who was about to be done and may have been spilling all of the beans on what they'd been doing, and he killed himself, apparently. Like, come on now. All of these big, old, hardback, dirty, big-bellied men having modeling agencies, and they're always going after that 14 to 16-year-old. Dirty bungles.
It's nasty. Even the fact that, why are you even allowed? I never knew, like, even if it's like, to take it seriously, who heard of Trump's modeling agency? Who? And who? And what level of modeling and whatever, like, because I think Melania never got more than catalogue and a bit of.
No, she absolutely just was on the catalogue circuit.
Do you know what I keep hearing? So on a side note, so many people saying she's so beautiful. I know black people and white people have different eyes. I know we all have different eyes, and maybe there's a cultural general consensus of what's pretty and what's not. Melania, but I keep on hearing talking about her being.
I mean, she's all right looking. She's all right. She looks like a cat.
She's like a what?
A cat.
That's even disrespectful as a cat. Cats are so cute. She's so
like
pinched. She's so she's got a line for lips and
no lips whatsoever. She needs to go and get a little bit of filler. I'm not even saying a lot. A little bit to give it a little pinch of something. No,
she should my nose, like, round it out a bit. Like everything's like, it's like if my nose was like this. That's what it's like black people who are upset about their noses. This is cute, you know. Don't worry. The Melania is like, it's like that big of a nose. Oh, she was hotter when she was younger, but I mean, she's not. She's not Butters, but it's just about they say beautiful. I was watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith the other day, and I used to forget that I don't talk about white women I think are beautiful. Angelina Jolie, that's the type of that's who I think is a beautiful white woman. And Anne Hathaway, I think Anne's got a really, and Melania can't touch it. We're talking about white women, and we got something fair and not being horrible. I don't hate white women, but I just don't. You're talking about beauty. Anne Hathaway, Angelina Jolie, that's beautiful. Oh, what the hell? She looks like a bop. A bop.
Pinky and Brain said Epstein knocked up Melania. Facts. I mean, he said he did it after a party that they were all at in a vehicle. Like, and he could have just been being disrespectful. Who knows?
I was literally, who knows? I was literally, when I was watching that, I was wanting to make that comment about herself. Carrie Olivia J, that's exactly, as a former hairdresser as well, her hair is on point. It was a nice flow. That when she was on the screen doing her speech, you got your hair coiffured for this speech. She got it done. The wave is good, the curl is good, it's smooth. But actually, when she turned around, the back wasn't as smooth, and she hasn't got thick hair either. She hasn't got luscious hair.
I know who had to do I was thinking, why didn't you put a piece in? Like, it's very simple. Just put a piece in, and it would have, because you knew that you were going to have that dramatic moment of walking back. So do it all. You've come in your structure. Yeah,
be the white
robotic turn. It needed to be a little bit more. They needed to practice more. I really feel that she really needed a trainer, like a catwalk trainer, to just, okay, this is your moment, chick. You're coming in, the doors are going to open. When you leave, you're going to turn dramatically and you're going to walk and you're not going to look back, and just do it with some grace. But she's like a robot.
It's because she's got no black friends either, because a black woman would say, now girl, you gotta and then dinner,
and also would have added a little bit of rhythm to what she was saying. Or just speak in your voice, like however you speak. You know, if you mess up words, she messed up words, but she must have a rhythm to her talking, because she can't talk like that all the time.
No, like, she does. She does.
If you're just talking to her, she can't be like, "Oh, Melania, do you want some whatever? Do you want some tea?" Yes, I would like some tea, please. Like, she must have a normal voice. She must do.
Hold on, I've got to play this. I hope we don't get taken off air or whatever. But I have to play this because, Glenn, you're rude. You're saying that Melania looked like this. For those too young to know, you're taking a piss, mate. You're actually taking a piss.
Wealthy and the powerful rule. A world apart from mine. From the moment I saw her, she captured my heart.
Glenn, you're wicked. She does not look like that.
I see the similarity.
Oh, we're going to get sued by Melania Trump. Glenn, we're going to point that. We're going to send her to you, because you're saying that my girl's hair looks like this. You're out of order, mate. You're out of the sound. You're out of order. Vince and the Bees. Those of you remember, this is Beauty and the Beast. Was a TV series.
Oh my God, the way I watched this.
I love this show. Actually, what, from the side? Yeah, there's a little bit of Melania from the side, to be fair.
I see it. I can see it, totally.
But his hair's thicker. Look, he's giving
and I bet when she washes her hair, that's what it looks like. A little bit of a curl.
When he smiles. Yeah, that's enough of that.
Oh God.
That was nonsense. Good grief. A strike, don't be rude. I said that's why we can't donate to y'all's surgery fund, so that in 20 years no one can be asking about y'all's faces. You better contribute today. We need more.
We need to contribute more. Like, when I go and get my eyes filled out, please. Like, you got to make it happen.
I'll get even more cheekbones, so my cheekbones will be like that. I'm going to get the Melania. I'm going to get my nose like this.
No, I'm just going to get this. Like, it's a filler thing. I keep on seeing it. I get the adverts. And they inject something. And so everything goes up a little bit.
Oh, Pinky in the Brain says Amanda Ngaro's son is in danger from sex predators. I mean, where the hell is her son going to go? Imagine that you're taken from the mother to be put with this guy who's got a very dodgy background.
It's going to be like Baron, isn't it? That he's going to be groomed to carry on the thing. But basically, he went and kidnapped him. So his son is back in this country, and she is supposed to have custody, but obviously he's in government. He's got her done for some, which doesn't even make sense, because how does the business that she worked for, she had a job.
Yeah.
That business seems to have been doing some corrupt shit. Somehow she's been implicated in, she was doing some fraud, but it's not actually her business. That's what I got her on. So it's like, nah, this is, you set her up.
Yeah, it's long. Have we got time for Nana's alternative corner? Alternative corner?
Okay. It's a quick one today. I'm moving away from the old aliens. I will be back next week with some reptilian stuff. I've found quite a few bits on that.
True Pilgrim, are you okay? You're in a moment. True FBI for life. Go on with your bad self. Okay. Okay.
Hang on. I've got an old one.
What are you?
I'm in an old. Let me.
What do you need?
The RF.
I didn't put your note. I didn't know where your notes were, so ignore that. Oh, I don't know where you are. Anyway, as we'll keep talking about stuff. Let's see. Let me read some comments out. That looks like old boy from Dark Angel. Yeah. Epstein knocked her. Okay, yeah, we said that. She looks like a disgruntled business Barbie from the 70s. Yes, she does. She looks like a bot. She actually looks like a robot. They say you ain't a man when you're exposing your heart, then they say you're insane until it tells you. Oh, what's this? A poem. Okay.
Oh, is it? Read it. What's the poem saying?
They say you ain't a man when you're exposing your heart, then they say you're insane until it tears you apart. And then it cuts you so deep and they can tell by the scars. Oh. Okay. And then True Pilgrim's a bot that's having an FBA moment in the chat, which is great. Wonderful. Good for you. So Talex7782, what's this about? What's going on? Is this a poem? Are you what's happening? What's happening? Are you brokenhearted? We have aunties. You can send us your dilemmas. Send us so we can give you an auntie-vention if you like.
And we can help.
We can help. So if they say you ain't a man when you're exposing your heart, oh gosh, Telex, then maybe this is not the right place, because we're on very much news and nonsense today. So I hope you are okay. I hope you're not feeling too bad. And if you do feel depressed, hopefully there are numbers that you can call. There are numbers you can call. I don't know if you're in the UK or if you're in America. There we go. 1 second, I have to interrupt my chat. Strike says, I better not see you driving the latest GLE and CLAs with all this fun money. LOL. Yeah, well, and what? I can't even drive, and I'll drive. I'll take your money and drive. What? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, all right, I've got it up.
Oh, it's about. Okay, thank you, Telex. Oh, okay, so you're a poet. Okay, lovely. Death House Live. Why do people love you but hate me? The Lone Life answer, because I am beautiful. Lie, and you're not undeniable truth. Okay, Telex, go on with yourself. Let's go. What's happening here?
Okay, all right. So,
corner. Let's go. What are you talking about today?
I was scrolling on the internet, and if anybody has been watching us since 2020 when we began, you would know that I was vehemently like, COVID is a setup. And at those times, those videos weren't monetized and all of that shit. So we had to curb how much we spoke about COVID. But lo and behold, there is video of RFK Jr. talking about the theories around COVID. I want you guys to watch it and let's actually discuss, because I don't even know if I believe everything that is on here. I have theories about it, but it's dastardly.
What did RFK just say in this video? Watch this.
We need to talk about bioweapons. Well, I know a lot now about bioweapons because I've been doing a book on it for the past 2.5 years, and the technology that we now have to develop these microbes, we've put hundreds of millions of dollars into ethnically targeted microbes. The Chinese have done the same thing. In fact, COVID-19, there's an argument that it is ethnically targeted. COVID-19 attacked certain races disproportionate. The races that are most immune to COVID-19 are because of the structure of the genetic structure of genetic differentials among different races of the receptors of the ACE2 receptor. COVID-19 is targeted to attack Caucasians and Black people. The people who are most immune are Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese. But we don't know whether it was deliberately targeted that or not. But there are papers out there that show the racial and ethnic differential impact to that. We do know that the Chinese are spending hundreds of millions of dollars developing ethnic bioweapons, and we are developing ethnic bioweapons. That's what all those labs in the Ukraine are about. They're collecting Russian DNA, they're collecting Chinese DNA, so that we can target people by race.
Whoa! Holy fuck, child.
I mean, that from Melania to Metal Mickey. That was so hard.
I mean, this is very hard with RFK. Now, we have to take everything he says with a pinch of salt. This supposedly was filmed undercover. He's out here just chatting with a bunch of people, but we definitely do know that they do biochemical shit. Definitely. Oh,
here we go.
Let's go.
Adonis, the FBA YouTuber that you had issues with, has been discovered to be living in what flag is that? Germany. Is that German flag? What flag is that?
I can't see the flag.
I can't really see it. For 10 years as a passport bro, is now detained, but he's still talking about Africans, Caribbeans. I won't talk about something where he's detained. That's from Lee BQ2JO with $19. Thank you for the update.
Thank you.
Romania.
Yeah.
Thank you, Romania.
I do remember him being in Romania.
Oh, wow. So it's a passport, bro. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, he is.
How did you hear that, Lee? Oh,
Definitely
wow.
Let us know. Yeah, he definitely was a passport, bro.
In it, check, cash and facts. And big up Bardi. He's been watching us since 21. Thank you, baby boy.
Thank you.
Cash and facts, share cash and facts. That's what we like here. Breaking news to interrupt the breaking news. Yes, Lee. Thank you. Come with the tea.
Let us know what he's been up to.
Yeah.
So it's like we know that they are doing biochemical stuff, but I felt like he was choking over throwing Black people in there for a reason, because I just don't think it's true.
I don't think it's true either.
When COVID started and there was the whole thing of why aren't Black people getting it, then all of a sudden we are more susceptible to get it. It's just as he was talking, I was like, I don't believe this. This has nothing to do with us. Now, I don't know, maybe China was doing warfare against white people, but I don't know why they have to keep on throwing Black people alongside shit. And also, genetically, we are actually the furthest apart. So how could it be I'm not believing this.
I don't believe that either. Now, I think either he thought, again, this secret recording that was secretly leaked. Do you think that Black people get hold of it and start getting vexed, and then we'll do Black Rage and then make it go viral and then do all this kind of shit? It was that a kind of quick way to try and get our attention, because it was shit. No one believes it because we literally were resistant to it. The only thing I would believe is that it wasn't manufactured in China for sure, or if it was manufactured in China, it was in cahoots with some Western someone or one of the superpowers collaborated to make it. That's my conspiracy theory. COVID was man-made, and it was elite made by some elite person, group of people that wanted to do whatever. And if it's a test to see how much we complied and blah, 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 population control, whatever the case is, that's my conspiracy belief. I have no facts or stats on this.
Well, so you don't think it came from Wuhan? You think it was made somewhere else? Like
no,
maybe
even if it came from Wuhan, I don't think it was. I personally don't think it was just Chinese alone.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? So even if it was in their lab, it was someone from Russia or the West or whatever also knew that some elites were in cahoots with it. That's how I believe my conspiracy tinfoil.
Well, Fauci had been working with the lab in Wuhan.
Yeah, exactly.
So a lot of American money had gone into that lab, where after we got to like 2023, they were like, it did leak from a lab in Wuhan,
Yeah.
which could get you demonetized, lose your job when you were saying that back in 2020, because they were saying it came from bats. So yes, I believe that.
Yeah. So, but I don't believe. Yeah, I think that little bit that he dropped out. I think African Man says it. Comments like that are made to make sure. Yeah, just train, just to get people talking about it. For us to then be like, oh my god, he's saying something about blacks. No. It's not strong enough. It's not a strong enough theory. You need more than that to stoke the angry blacks. To be fair. So.
I was totally like, oh, I don't believe this, but there was loads of people being in. I knew they were targeting us, and I still am of the mindset of, nah, this was something that weren't for black folks. We needed to stay out of it, and they had to try and get us involved in it that we were susceptible to COVID-19. They spent so much money getting everybody and their son to do appeals to the black community to go and get vaccinated. Nah.
And it wasn't the highlight, because I don't even see long COVID in Ghana. I mean, it's a small microcosm, and when I go to Ghana, it's for a couple of weeks, I don't know the whole world. So let me not be too, like, I haven't done any research. But somehow there's no effects of COVID that I can really see in Africa, really. But I don't know.
No, I think there is studies on it that the amount of people that died in Africa from COVID was very low compared to Europe, especially. And also because West Africa, maybe it was like 2 or 3 years before, had gone through Ebola, that they had lots of things in place that Europe didn't. So they were able to contain it much faster. So it wasn't as devastating as they may have hoped. I don't know, but I still don't think COVID was to get rid of black folk. I think it was to see about how we could comply and maybe reduce a bit of a population in Europe. Because Italy is still, I think they are one of the highest death rates. I think it was Italy and Spain. So
when they want to kill
maybe
blacks,
America as well in there as well, but it definitely wasn't in Africa.
When they want to kill blacks, they don't do that. They give us injections and stuff.
And they sterilize folks. Like, it's generally
that's what they do, and they mess up their vaccines.
Then also within that, when he spoke about they are developing their biochemical warfare shit as well, and the DNA that is being traded, and Ukraine doing it with Russia, it made me think about the deals that folks are doing with African countries about their health services.
Honestly.
And I was like, lo and behold, let's see where that leads us.
I saw a speech with Mahama talking about, it's interesting. Maybe I'm not going to talk on it yet until I get some. Let's just see how things go, because Mahama's doing some stuff and he's talking well, and he's been made the first vice chair of the African Union. So, and with him going to be the chair of the African Union next year. So let's see, because again, we've spoken about doing these deals with the devil. Sometimes better the devil you know, sometimes like you have to do this deal to move forward, and if you do this and just make things easy in order to advance. I can't speculate. I don't know. I'd like no one to do any deals with anybody, but I'm not a world leader. I don't run a country. So I think time will tell. But then with that whole data mining and collecting data and digital IDing of everywhere, it's a problem.
Well, it's been rolled out way more in Africa. They're treating Africa like China for the amount of like, you're not going to be able to do certain things unless you have digital ID. And then now the Ghana ID cards basically acting as a cash card now and a debit card. That's basically the China system. That's scary to me, that when you're not relying on physical cash anymore and you have to go digital with everything, if they want to shut shit down, they can lock you off and kill off a country if they want to. If you can't buy anything, you physically don't have any cash, you don't grow anything because you're all being placed to have jobs in a city. When they want to lock you down, that's a scary place to be if you can't trade. And they're doing that all over West Africa. So it's a little bit scary.
It's a little bit scary. I mean, a lot more African leaders are coming together and being like, no, not on our watch. You're not going to be in control of our resources anyhow. We're not going cap in hand. So I really have to watch it play out, because I hope that smart deals are being made. If they feel like they can't resist, that the deals are very smart, at least. Because I don't know. All right, that was Nana's alternative corner. What do you lot think in the chat about this biowarfare? For sure, biowarfare is a thing. I was going to do something, but I thought actually. Sorry, say it again.
Yeah, no, go on.
No, just have you guys seen that in America that your boys are being automatically drafted? I'm going to try and find a news story. I hadn't got it.
Yes, no, I did see this. So they're actually putting it for. You know where I saw it though? I saw it through the Iran Lego videos. That was where because it was floating around. Even over here, you know, they keep on saying like they may do a draft over here. But yeah, it was one of the Iran things that I saw them say in December. I don't know if December is categorically there, but that's what was in the Iran video. They said that the Americans could possibly do an automatic drafting of men of age from December this year. That is down the road, round the corner. What do you do? I'm developing some type of illness from now. I'm not being drafted. If I was 18 to 30 or whichever the age range is going to be, I'm going to the doctor every day with stomach stuff, head stuff, like something.
I'm not going to be eligible. Hold on, let's hear what they say. I've just found this. I don't know if it's good.
The federal government plans to automatically register young men for the military draft starting in December. So what does that actually mean? And how likely is it that we'll see a draft for the war in Iran? NBC5's Rose Schmidt separates fact from fiction.
The most recent military draft was during the Vietnam War. So ever since 1973, military service has been voluntary. However, most men between the ages of 18 and 25 do have to register for the military draft pool. The news this week is the federal government wants to streamline the process. Instead of self-registering, people would be automatically registered.
I think it was probably in the works for some time, and it's just to make the system more efficient. So I don't think anybody needs to lose sleep over the likelihood of being drafted and sent to Iran.
DePaul University professor Tom Makaitis studies military history. He says a draft is highly unlikely, and even if there becomes a need for it, it's unlikely to get congressional approval.
The military absolutely, emphatically does not want it. We live in an age of high-tech, warfare in which they want, very skilled and trained soldiers. This is not the age of the infantryman with his rifle and his bayonet seizing territory.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt was asked about it during a Fox News interview last month.
It's not part of the current plan right now, but the president, again, wisely keeps his options on the table. But as commander-in-chief, there's no greater priority or responsibility to this president than, of course, protecting the American people.
This is Northwestern University professor William Reno's take.
I think I would be more concerned just from the point of view of control and security of information, that automatically registering people for something like this rather than asking for their consent.
Reno also poses the question, what about women? As of right now, women do not have to register. Rose Schmidt, NBC5 News.
Thank you, Rose.
Let me tell my boys to start identifying as women. All you MAGA nuts that were anti-trans, I bet you. Actually, I do feel a little bit different in my stomach.
It's crazy, and I get this is the whole thing, yeah, because they always start off like this. Remember when Trump was campaigning, he was saying no new wars. Shit changes all the time. So that old white man who knows you are not fighting anything, talking about there's nothing to lose sleep over. Shut your mouth. Like, you probably have 40-year-old kids, so you're still not even like thinking it's going to affect your life in any way, shape, or form. No, you know who they put forward first, and it always is. It's people from poor backgrounds. It's the working class. It's folks of color. They put them on the front lines. So yeah, it's all easy to be like, oh yeah, we ain't got to lose sleep over it. No, this is dangerous. You're starting shitty wars all the time for nonsense, and then being like, we got to fix it. No.
Sorry. Yeah, no. Long. This automatic shit is wild because they're talking about streamlining. Don't worry about it. We're just streamlining the system. What's to streamline? You know you're not getting people registering to go to war anymore. That's the problem. That is the issue. No one's signing up for war. You can't make patriots out of anybody. As patriotic as they get is for their sports. That's about as far as it goes. Young people don't give a damn about the countries that they're in that respect. They'll be like, go USA, go UK, whatever. USA for sports. That's it. And then a few MAGAs left that be like, okay, yeah, Trump and his cronies, yeah, we are the biggest baddest. But are they going to fight? How many are going to fight? And yes, how many are eligible? Come on, that is why they're doing the automatic draft. And don't tell me that, oh, it's just to organize the thing. Because trust me, on the day in December, automatic draft, and then they're like, yep, we're going boots on the ground, or we need to re-up our resources. Trust me, you're going to have people knocking on your door, dragging your boys out the house. Listen.
It's like standardly that will take place. And we don't know how this is even going to escalate anyway. We got Trump on the dock.
I've got it coming up next.
Yeah. So we can get into that because we really don't know where this is going to go. So because it's gone left already. So
yeah. So on the back of that, JD Vance has effed up the negotiations, and I think again, what was I watching that they were saying that at the end of the day, JD Vance is lining himself up to, well, he is vice president, obviously, and if Trump does happen to get impeached or taken out, JD Vance will be the sitting president until further notice.
Yeah.
But I think, and what they say that it's like Trump likes doing a humiliation ritual when anyone gets too popular. So he did it to Marco Rubio. Remember him taking a piss out of his accent and doing all that kind of crap and making him look on his sword like an idiot for his people. And then now JD Vance is getting a little bit popular. So, and he's spoken out against the war, kind of like he doesn't go along with Trump's ideals. So he said, oh, yeah, you know what you can do? You can go to Pakistan and be
definitely
like this is my youth journey, because you know that you're not going to, because it's like, why are you sending someone like JD Vance who can't handle this shit anyway?
And is a hothead. No, most definitely. I think most people, and then I saw a whole montage of JD Vance like slagging off Trump for years, for him being his vice. So you know these two hate each other. The fact that we haven't seen JD stand up, and even when they were doing that whole wankathon over, we went to collect our soldier, no man left behind, that JD Vance wasn't in the room at that. You know they are not brethren at this moment in time. So we're going to send you to Pakistan. What has been happening when peace talks take place? Israel has basically tried to kill the people. I think they were also like, if Israel bombs this, we get rid of JD in it. Like, I think Trump is every man for themselves at this moment in time. This was a mission of, it's not going to work. A day of talking, like there's not going to be any.
Well, let's hear a little bit of how JD delivers the bad news.
The good news. The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement, and I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America. So we go back to the United States having not come to an agreement. We've made very clear what our red lines are, what things we're willing to accommodate them on, and what things we're not willing to accommodate them on, and we've made that as clear as we possibly could. And they have chosen not to accept our terms. Questions?
Sir, Nick Robertson from CNN. Precisely what have they rejected?
Exactly what?
Can you help us understand it a little bit?
Well, I won't go into all the details because I don't want to negotiate in public after we've negotiated for 21 hours in private. But the simple fact is that we need to see an affirmative commitment that they will not seek a nuclear weapon, and they will not seek the tools that would enable them to quickly achieve a nuclear weapon. That is the core goal of the President of the United States, and that's what we've tried to achieve through these negotiations. Again, their nuclear program, such as it is, the enrichment facilities that they had before, they've been destroyed. But the simple question is, do we see a fundamental commitment of will for the Iranians not to develop a nuclear weapon, not just now, not just 2 years from now, but for the long term? We haven't seen that yet. We hope that we will. Jen.
Is there a framework on anything? And also, did the Iranian frozen assets come up, and did you reach any conclusions on those frozen assets?
We talked about all those issues, Jen, and we talked about a number of issues beyond that. And so certainly those things came up. But again, we just could not get to a situation where the Iranians were willing to accept our terms. I think that we were quite flexible. We were quite accommodating. The president told us, you need to come here in good faith and make your best effort to get a deal. We did that. And unfortunately, we weren't able.
So I don't want to listen to more of his waffle because I'm trying to think, actually, did he say anything? He says, did he say anything, any more interesting things?
That is our final and best offer.
1 second, let me go to that.
We're negotiating in good faith. And we leave here with a very simple proposal, a method of understanding that is our final and best offer. We'll see if the Iranians accept it. Thank you.
Oh, wow. 2 questions, you know. I was watching Pakistani minister talk about it, and basically was saying they were never going to even get off the first peg because how the Americans came in there was you do this
exactly,
so and then we can discuss if you get your money back. And so they're like, actually, so we had a deal on nuclear power and what we were using it for, and it wasn't for weapons, and it was actually for energy. And still, because of Israeli intelligence, so they say, it doesn't matter how we get around this, as long as they keep on saying, no, we are not using it for energy, we are doing it for a bomb, we are going to be in this flux. So if you're like, you've got to, I don't know how they can say they are not going to make a bomb. Like how else do you do it if you say you're not going to, but we are going to use this power that you all have as well to further our country? I don't see it. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
There's nothing to negotiate on.
Yeah.
You guys have nuclear weapons. You can come into my country and bomb me whenever. I cannot defend myself in any way or even be able to power up my country using the resources that you all have. Like what type of shit is this? Really?
It's nonsense, and it's not negotiation. You're just coming to dictate. Why? And it's like, why are you saying that you can forever, ever, ever, never, ever, ever look into nuclear stuff? Why are you and your cronies
you?
First thing, what's it got to do with you? What has it got to do with you? Let's make sure. So I know you guys really want to get into Adonis. If you can drop me some links and we can go into Adonis and what's going on with him. Share a link and then we can do it. If you send us it on the DMs or something, so we can find out. Because I'm just seeing, I don't want to give his page so much promotion. I'm just seeing live updates. He got attacked in Romania or something like that.
He's even got a fund. Okay, yeah. We'll get to it. We'll do like we did one time when somebody just threw in soft white underbelly and we just went on a deep dive.
Yeah.
We'll do that with Adonis in a little bit.
Let me just wrap this up. So yeah, so then we got Trump as well saying, Trump had his comeback to this. Let me see if this is the right thing. Here we go.
President Donald Trump just posted on Truth Social warning Iran. It read, Iran promised to open the Strait of Hormuz and they knowingly failed to do so. It's caused anxiety, dislocation and pain to many people and countries throughout the world. They say they put mines in the water, even though all of their navy and most of their mine droppers have been completely blown up. They may have done so, but what ship owner would want to take the chance? There is great dishonor and permanent harm to the reputation of Iran and what's left of their leaders. But we are beyond all of that. As they promised, they better begin the process of getting this caps lock international waterway open and fast. The law in the book is being violated by them. I have been fully debriefed by Vice President J.D. Vance, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, and Jared Kushner on the meeting that took place in Islamabad through the kind and very competent leadership of Field Marshal Asim Munir and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif of Pakistan. They are very extraordinary men and continuously for saving 30 to 50 million lives in what would have been a horrendous war with India. I always appreciate hearing that. The amount of humanity spoken of is incomprehensible.
Like you.
The meeting with Iran began early in the morning and lasted throughout the night, close to 20 hours. I could go into great detail and talk about much that has been gotten, but there is only one thing that matters. Iran is unwilling to give up its nuclear ambitions. In many ways, the points that were agreed to are better than us continuing our military operations to conclusion. But all of those points don't matter compared to allowing nuclear power to be in the hands of such volatile, difficult, unpredictable people. My three representatives, as all of this time went by, became, not surprisingly, very friendly and respectful of Iran's representatives, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, Abbas Araghchi, and Ali Bagheri. But that doesn't matter because they were very unyielding as to the single most important issue. And as I have always said right from the beginning, and many years ago, Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. Donald J. Trump. Well, we are live in Tehran and Islamabad, where we start with our White House correspondent, Kimberly Halkett. Kimberly, I was reading that for the first time. You may have been hearing that for the first time. We know that obviously Trump was dialed in multiple times during the talks in Islamabad, but what do you make of this very, very long Truth Social post promising that the Strait of Hormuz needs to be open, that the international waterway must be opened soon and fast in caps lock, and obviously reiterating the American stance that Iran must give up its nuclear ambitions? Where do we go from here?
Well, we go to what I think is the second part of Donald Trump's very lengthy and long tweet. And correct me if I'm wrong, Neve, because I'm reading this in real time just like you, but it seemed to me there were two posts in quick succession. And the second post, or the first, I'm not sure which order it came in, but I believe the second might be even more consequential than the first about the strait being open, because it starts out, so there you have it. The meeting went well. Most points were agreed to, but the only point that mattered, nuclear, was not. Leaders are dead, he goes on to say near the end of it, in Iran, but he says Iran will not be allowed to profit off the illegal act of extortion. What he means is the blockage of the Strait of Hormuz. They want money, and more importantly, they want nuclear. Additionally, and at an appropriate moment, this is key, we are fully locked and loaded, and our military will finish up the little that is left of Iran. These are the words I think are most consequential, because the U.S. president said very, very firmly before these talks, he said that if a no deal is reached, the military was loading up and would be ready to go. And so the U.S. president now has reiterated that. So this is the big fear that everyone had, is that this would just be a pause in fighting. But the U.S. president has indicated that he is ready to resume at a time and place of his choosing. So it's obviously going to be concerning, because this is going to have ramifications that go far beyond Islamabad. The fact that the U.S. president has reiterated his threat and says he is now going to carry out and finish the job of Epic Fury, the joint operation between the United States and Israel on Iran that was started and only temporarily paused for the talks that occurred here and have resulted in no deal in Islamabad.
Basically, that is exactly it. So he's saying, and he has said that the Navy is going to, if the ships that are a part of their allies get stopped, they are stopping the other ships from going any further as well. And they are going to also, they're considering doing sanctions against countries that pay Iran unable to use the strait. It's actually crazy. So basically, as folks were saying, they needed a pause in order to get servicemen over to the Middle East, well, to West Asia. That's what they were doing. They needed a little pause to stop the battle, basically, so that they could re-up. And that is disgusting within itself. But again, who the fuck is America to tell somebody, I can have all of the nuclear power I want, but you can't have any?
Exactly.
Really?
I don't understand it. This is, you kind of said it, this is the overview of what's happening now. and then we can get
Can cross to Washington, D.C. and speak with our correspondent, Fraser Jackson. So, Fraser, these were sort of kind of long posts there on social media. What else has Trump been saying?
Yeah, well, we were waiting to hear from Donald Trump, who was at a UFC fight in Miami when the news broke that the deal had fallen through, that there was no deal on the table between Iran and the US. But around 8 or so o'clock in the morning, Donald Trump taking to his truth.
Okay, it's the same thing. But yeah, it's just showing that he's going to do the blockade.
Their oil exports. That, of course, is a key driver.
1 second.
And caused them the same kind of economic hurt that they've caused the rest of the world, chiefly by cutting off their oil exports. That, of course, is a key driver of Iran's economy, but also it's going to be cutting off any imports to the country as well, whether that be food or medicine or technology or something. But Donald Trump's still there, leaving on the table the looming threat of restarting the bombing campaign on Iran as well. Trump says that the US is also beginning mine-sweeping operations in that area. Of course, we saw those 2 US vessels make their way through the Strait of Hormuz yesterday. That was meant to be a preparatory kind of mission to see if, you know, just to kind of get the lay of the land, to see if a wider operation was possible. But of course, this move from the US president could also prompt Iran to lash out and restart its missile strikes as well on US regional allies and assets in the region. And of course, that ceasefire deal is currently still in place. But whether that will hold now that these deal talks have fallen apart remains to be seen.
Right, Fraser, as you mentioned.
No, you can't do that shit though. You can't then be back in there. But I just think it's disgusting. It's really annoying because it's like you don't even want a war to take place. But I hate bullies.
Yeah,
I hate it. It's
basically,
you know, Iran was minding their own business. You're in talks. You bombed them last year. You killed their peace envoy along the way, and then you come back in on the say-so of flipping Netanyahu, so they say, to come and bomb again. But again, it's not Israel. I know it's really comfortable to a lot of Americans to be like, Israel has infiltrated. It's actually not that. It's the same people. They just are occupying Israel the same way they occupied America. To be fair, they probably have occupied Pakistan. Everybody that is trying to help, I think it's the same mindset. It's the same groups of people who are trying to bully their way around the world and take shit. I want Iran to stick up for themselves, totally. I also want the Iranians to be safe, but you can't just let them tell you what you can do. It's looking out of order.
There's all the people that didn't vote for this nonsense. They're the people that also, because I don't know how far-reaching Iran will go into attacking American soil. But that's next on the cards.
I mean,
or manufactured, or they do a manufactured version, as we.
That's what I'm probably feeling is closer on the cards. Is one of those false flags, but you know, because especially Trump's ratings, I was watching some people saying it's probably going to get to like 25% soon or something.
Yeah.
And in order, the whole thing of people were thoroughly disgruntled in Iran, like absolutely at the end of their tether with the regime. But it would be the same as here. I flipping hate the Labour government. But if folks are going to come along and start bombing your country, you rally around each other. It actually like increases national pride. And that's what's happening in Iran. So they know that's what Americans would want as well. And we know that they do that shit. You would do some type of terror campaign so that you would have Americans saying, yeah, go and kill them. Like you would want that to take place.
Mate, we'll keep an eye on it. Are we getting comments?
The UK, stay out of this shit, man. Just stay out of it.
I'm not getting any comments coming through. It's Stop to African Man for me. Is that where it is for you?
Same.
Okay, cool. All right then. That's fine. Yeah, you can't police Iran. It's crazy. And let's move on to this Windrush scandal. What do you lot think?
Okay. Yeah, let's get into the Windrush scandal.
All right, I'm going to play Elaine the Payne's points and take it from there, because I've seen a few kind of for and against kind of thing.
Yes, yeah. But it came to our attention through Elaine though, didn't it?
Yeah. We shared it we collaborated on the post to raise awareness.
People, I'm going to be so real with you. I am absolutely fucking fuming. So an activist by the name of Sid contacted me the other day and he said, Elaine, I need you to see this. He was like, I've been ranting and screaming about it, but no one is listening to me. So I said, okay, cool. What is it? He said it's about the Windrush scheme. And he said, you know what? I'm going to reach out and I'm going to show you the link and I'm going to show you what I've discovered. So just to give you some backstory, this is what's on the link, right? The Windrush Compensation Scheme was launched on the 3rd of April, right? You can claim compensation if you suffered losses and could not show that you had a right to be in the UK. Fair, right? And then it goes to the total amount paid or offered to claimants through the scheme has increased to over £59.5 million, right? Cool. So up here, it says that a task force has been established to help people make these claims for documentations and prove that they have a right to be in the UK. Apparently, it's been over 15,700 people that have made the claim. Calm. So I said, okay, cool. Let me take a look at the statistics and whatever it is and see who's claiming. Because it should be, the majority should be Black people. Let's go through it. So here we have the Jamaicans, around about 3,300, give or take, right? Caribbean, 1,855. Pakistan, 175. India, 2,188. Bangladesh, 146. Ghana, 151. Nigeria, 434. Okay, and then we get to the EU. No, come, take a look. EU, 4,640. And then the rest of the world, 2,771 blood clot claims. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, yeah? Who from these countries, other than the Caribbean or Jamaica, who from these countries, yeah, was lobbying the government to make this Windrush scheme thing? Who? But once again, the government lumps in all Commonwealth, and once again, Black people are shafted because the government thinks that everybody else is covered under Black people's rights. Fuming ain't even the word, yeah? Because this happens to us time and time again. We can't have nothing for ourselves. And even if you put all of the Black countries into one, right, roll it into one, all these other countries, it don't touch the sides. It don't touch the sides. 1, 2, 3, it's already over, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9,000. Compared to the Jamaica and the little, what, 4,000, 5,000. I remember Dawn Butler getting her ass up in Parliament, yeah, and advocating for these people. I remember David Lammy standing up there, advocating for these people. Baroness Flowella standing up there, yeah, advocating for Black people. Where the hell were these? Where the hell were you? But for some reason, all of these other minorities, once again, are covered by Black British and Black Caribbean people advocating for their behalf and them just getting lumped in. I'm sick and I'm tired of this, Black people. Open up your pretty brown eyes. We have no friends. We have no unity. Nobody don't give a damn about Black people and what the hell they put us through. Don't get it twisted. I absolutely understand that the Windrush scheme covered the Commonwealth, okay? Congratulations. But the people who advocated for this, the people who called it out, are the ones that receive little to no success when it comes to their applications. The majority of this didn't go to Black people. So let me make something crystal clear to all you Black people in the UK. The sooner you realize you have no friends and you have no allies amongst other communities, the sooner you can get back to building your community. Do you understand? Stop playing checkers and start playing chess, because these motherfuckers have us clocked from every angle on the board.
Black people.
Wow. A lot of passion. There's a lot of passion on the post as well. Like it most definitely went viral. And I found it very interesting. So I understand the frustration, but I really did have to look at it in the broad scheme of what took place. Because within the comments, people were even saying, why is there anybody from Ghana and Nigeria on there as well? And it's like, okay, historically, the actual call from the UK did go out to the Commonwealth, and not only the Commonwealth as well. They went to various different regions. Now, undoubtedly, more people came in the call that went out from the Caribbean, most definitely. But also a large amount did also come from Cyprus and Malta as well. And then you had some people come along from Spain as well. So there was Europeans that did come along within that whole swathe, as well as the Indians and the Pakistanis. But the numbers are, and it is dramatically in favor of the Caribbean. My only issue is there has to be a disconnect in folks that have been applying. And I don't know if you can blame people that have been applying and getting help and Black people that haven't. I that's where I'm a little bit like, well, should this not be a rally cry to there's money out there, and if you've been affected, even if you feel like you may not get through, that you apply? Because I feel like that's what other communities do. I think that's the issue, than saying that there are no allies. I still don't believe that, and I don't think that is the issue either way. I feel like the rally cry should be, Black folks, there's this pot out here that you had your MP sacrificing their names for. Why are more of you not going for it? That's what I feel like the issue is.
Yeah, I think that, because when I watched it, again, we shared it, we collaborated, and we're friends with, industry. We've started to know Elaine more and more. So and again, my sensitivities to the divide that happens, the same with the FBA and Ados thing, and that kind of disconnect between Africans and Caribbeans and stuff that we went through, my sensitivity to that is what made me recoil a bit, because it's exactly that. If someone knows that something's out there and they apply for it, it's not their fault if they get it, even down to the disproportionate EU people that did it. If they know it's out there, and you've got some people that are very savvy for the money that's out in these streets, there are people that are savvy. So if you're not on your A game and don't know about it, then I don't like, and we should have actually invited Elaine to come on and have a chat, because what I don't like is saying you have no allies, and once again we fought for everybody else and no one's. I don't understand what is anyone else supposed to do? If anyone else is eligible and they knew about it and they applied for it and they got it, then fine. If the government is disproportionately rejecting Caribbean and Jamaican applications, and I still don't understand why they've separated, and maybe because Jamaicans were on the Windrush specifically. Was it? I mean, we need Farah to kind of clarify that, or I don't know if you know, like why they've separated Caribbeans from Jamaica. But anyway, so it's
that's what they do with Africans when they lump it together in stats. Yeah. It's absolutely unfair. And the data is out there because of the way they've done the application. So you actually could have listed the countries that had gone through. You didn't need to lump it all together, and then the Caribbean. So Jamaica, there's 3,000 odd, and then the Caribbean, there was 1,000 something. But the numbers, so I saw that from 42, I think it was, until 61, when they tried to impose more laws to stop the immigration coming through. It was like 250,000 people had come in from Jamaica. Okay. And then the next rung down was India, and again that was like on 120,000 that had come in. Okay. And the rush to come in was each time the law was changing. So if how it was sold to us when they were fighting for it, that there was going to be so many people affected by this. I feel the Europeans obviously jumped on, well, there may be some money in this as well. And I just think that is for Black folks to have been like, I'm just applying for this in any which way. Like the numbers should definitely be like 15,000 to the Caribbean portion. Most definitely. The 15,000 that came through, it should be 10,000 of that went to the Caribbean. Most definitely. Just for the sheer numbers that got in here and have probably been affected by it. But if you're not applying, or you feel like maybe my inconvenience wasn't that, like there's lots of things that we can do as Black people, which they know that we do, to discount ourselves from being like, we're going to get what we're owed. They know this.
I think that's the point.
You know, sometimes, however you can get people to do it.
I think I'm sorry, I was cutting you anyway. I think that's the rhetoric. I don't like the rhetoric. I don't like the narrative, because it's like we fought and you lot didn't. But it's like I don't, because even to say that, because it's just tribalist a little bit, and I don't like that. It makes me feel uncomfortable, because yes, we happen to have David Lammy, Diane Abbott, and Dawn Butler in office that are campaigning, but I don't know. I mean, Kemi Badenoch's a turncoat anyway, and then David Lammy's questionable. So yes, advocating for that, because yes, fine. I don't know. We don't have any West African left people, do we? Lefty people that are prominent. So it's just kind of like, well, who else is campaigning and who else was involved in the campaign situation? And again, it's understanding the Windrush, because even explaining it, that it's the Commonwealth, not just the Windrush. It's called Windrush because it disproportionately affected Caribbeans, but because there's other people that were also involved, it got the majority name Windrush, but it's not just for the Windrush people.
Yeah.
Even that, might not even known that. So even campaign, because I think it's like saying we were out there on the front lines, you weren't, but where were the front lines to know that people weren't at the front lines? Because
I think it's that exactly.
It's like different. If you had a march and then we saw that it's only, and also there's that, because I can't think what happened. There was something that say there's something that happened affects Ugandans or something, imagine some sort of genocide, and they go down to the High Commission of their country down and they march, because we had I can't remember what it was the other day, where we had Africans, but whatever thing is passed, I would cuss any African that'd be like, oh, so where were you lot? Why weren't you with us? Because I think sometimes there's so many causes that you don't even know how they affect you if you're not part of that community. So it's hard to show solidarity for something that you don't have evidential walk by from. Do you get what I'm saying? So
I think the only thing that a lot of people are up in arms about is what was shown to us in the clips of like Prime Minister's question times, when you did have David Lammy standing up and talking about it. You did have Dawn Butler. But on the committees, it would never have been a parliamentary committee of 4 Black people in a room. And I've given evidence for committees in Parliament. There is generally a committee of 20 different people. Now, they will always put forward folks to speak on it that are going to get the most media attention.
Well, that's the thing there.
And that's how it works. And so it's like, yes, and a Commonwealth fund isn't necessarily going to hit the same spots, and they play the races all the time. So you would know, we're going to call this the Windrush Fund. You would know the stories that they're going to put out, that they have been basically denying citizenship to Black people, sits well with the country to not be up in arms at what was taking place. And so we have to think about it a little bit more deeply as to why were they pushing this as it affected Black folks. And sometimes that's the difference of feeling like a victim, like this is always done to you, and actually reading through. And I asked Elaine for the link and I went through all the stats. And then when you go down, actually who was called, how many people came into the country, and how it affected so many people around the world, that it's a different story. And they created the lens to be like, this is affecting Black folks. But actually, there would have been loads of people from around the world who thought they were a British citizen and lost their citizenship. Now, that doesn't mean that it didn't disproportionately affect Black people, but that's how it was sold. Why was it sold that way? Would it have gone down a different way if they were actually then putting out there how many people from Malta and Cyprus who had fought in various different wars as well had lost their citizenship? How would that have played against the country when it's not just affecting Black folk, but there was white people who were also losing their citizenship as well? It's these things where we kind of got to think, hang on, are we being played here in lots of different ways? So, and then there was a whole other fund where you could set up a charity to advocate for people. How many Black people knew about that?
I think
that
that's
you could set up a business to be able to support people so that their applications were going through. But I bet you there was a whole load of other communities that knew about that. And these are the things where we can't be like, oh, we need this for ourselves. No, what we should be doing for ourselves. How do we do this? How do we play the game smarter and not expect them to help us along the way? Because that isn't the way it's going to work. They ain't going to help us with shit. So how can we be smarter when we see a pool of money has come along and they've just increased it by another 10 million, where we're actually sitting there and thinking, okay, what do we do so that this money gets into Black hands, and not looking at our neighbor who has also been affected and being like, you're taking from us. It's just not the way the world works. And we will always be in this loop of feeling like people are taking the piss out of us unless we do for ourselves.
I think that's it, perfect. That's my frustration with the rhetoric. It's stirring up and getting people angry at the wrong thing. Why Ghanaians and Nigerians are claiming for it? No, the problem is, why didn't enough more Black people know, regardless of whatever? And if you feel like the Caribbean community, not just Jamaican, need more and should have applied more and should be in the high numbers, then how do you get that information out there? And I can understand cussing, but I don't know who you're cussing. Because you can't be cussing people that it all, because obviously, let's not play games. And yes, there could be some bias and racism in the government in applications. We know that you're going to get more stringent looks. We know that they're going to be more hard on us when we're trying to apply. So then if that be the case, is everybody educated up? Does everybody know their rights when you're applying? Do you have all your papers in order? That is what, because I remember when Windrush scheme was happening, and when it first was announced, that there were lots of activity. There was lots of activity around, have you got your lawyers? Have you got your papers? So there were people trying to help. I guess it's difficult, but that's what we should have. And we don't have necessarily the financial resources. But if someone can set up a little, I know it's hard. No, it's not. I'm not even going to make excuses. Can someone set up a little community center, and on Saturday afternoon between 10 and 4 p.m. come through with your application and we'll help you? That's the kind of stuff that we need to be advocating for. And that's where you can then say, okay, any lawyers, any Ghanaian or African or any Caribbean lawyers, any kind of scholars, educators, Black educators, we need help. That's when you can see. And even that, maybe if that call to action and then no one turns up from a certain community and then yet they're like, yeah, we got this, maybe that's still not even a fair gauge. But at the very least, we have nothing to kind of pin anyone's back to say you didn't help us get this over the line. And it's exactly right. So I think you need to have, it needs to be education, information, and be very aware of what's your right. That's it. Not telling people your neighbor, you ain't got no allies, and people in the comments that don't think further and just like quick to say, yeah, what's them Africans done, or what's them Europeans done, or da 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 da. Like that's basic shit. You shouldn't be angry at that.
Coco, are you saying that there was centres set up around London?
I thought there were. Well,
I just remember when the fund was first announced. Obviously, it's a shame because then we kind of went into COVID, and I'm sure that threw a few things off. But I remember it being like lots of bits going out to who can help you, and I don't know. It has definitely died down in recent times, actually, like just the call out and the sheer numbers. But you know, you need more data on this, because at the same time, the people it affected may have been that smaller number. Who knows? Now, if now there is more of a body to set up to be like, you know what, let's actually do some real data research into how this affected Black people and how many people are still waiting on compensation, don't have were denied their compensation, and let's see if we can get up some type of an appeal going to really look into it. I understand the getting on social media and cussing folks. Absolutely. Sometimes you just want to get it off your chest. But I feel like this is really important to see what we can learn from it. Just not that they're taking the piss out of us, but how can we do better for ourselves?
Yeah.
I mean, this is really the rally cry. Like, okay, how can we do better for ourselves? What are the things that we can set up so that when a fund comes along, because this is a lot of money, 50 million, they don't give it to our communities very often at all. They kind of tell you a sorry and a Coke and a smile. So that there was a fund, it needs to be like, okay, so how can we get the most out of this money to change people's lives? Because there were definitely other people doing that. Most definitely.
I think that's the part where we need to have a better connected system of information sharing. I mean, that's why, I mean, look, Elaine's brought it to the forefront. Hopefully people are not looking at the hyperbole and looking at, okay, actually, how do we get this information out? And if it's that you want to push, if you want to push for people to be more proactive, that's absolutely brilliant. And if you want to even push for more of Jamaicans and more Caribbeans getting that in the forefront, that's all good. Like there's so many community groups and stuff like that, but the big information needs to be out there. It's not just for Caribbeans. It's called Windrush at large, but it's for people of the Commonwealth. And people, because I saw some people in the comments were saying, yeah, but there's people that didn't have they're speaking from the Caribbean perspective on why they didn't get their compensation stuff. They had it rejected because certain things weren't in order, didn't have all their documentation, and it's paperwork. And sometimes it is because people that are here that assume they were citizens, and they just. And then it's like, oh, I didn't know. So you don't have the right documentation. You don't have things to hand you. There's things that you don't even think about having. So then it's like, well, then maybe you can trace back. Do you have the time? Because within the window application, who knows? You've got to now go and trace back to where you're from to see if there's any documentation in the country that you came from. Is there any kind of legal body? There's so much stuff that we can do. Then the best thing is to have this sort of scheme in a center where you can go and get this information, or have a list of people, like you can contact this person. Maybe there's lots of lawyers that do pro bono work to enhance what they do. There should be a list or something, you know?
So definitely, if you do find any websites that are of help towards this, we will definitely promote this. I feel like it's good when these things erupt anyway. Always. I did sometimes through chaos you get a good result. But just to look at it in a broader spec from what Elaine started, and I was going through it, and it was like, okay, this affected a lot of people. And now let's look at how they were selling it to us.
Yeah.
What were they doing? What is the way that they play on Black pain that we sometimes will take on? Like, yeah, this is being done to us. And what does that do to our psyche? We have to just think about things a little bit more strategically to how we can be manipulated to think something is for us, and it absolutely wasn't. Because what are they hiding?
Exactly.
They were hiding a lot. They were hiding a bigger campaign to stop people's citizenships, which, yes, affected Black people, but also affected people from around the world. What is that saying? What were they actually doing that they decided, you know what, let's just make this a Black problem? How easy is that for them? Because a lot of the country don't give a shit, because they believe a lot of shit happens to Black folks and they don't care. So sometimes we got to think of what are they doing to try and get us to be in victim mode?
100%. I think who's saying this? Cher says that we're suspicious people as well. Some people might not want to give their information to the government. We've got so many traditions and superstitions and stuff as Black people in general. So it is like, and especially the older generation of Windrush, who genuinely are the victims of the Windrush situation. Like, there's a whole way of being and a whole documentation they don't have, and people need support. I need to know it's out there, because I actually didn't even know it was still open. Like, you can get on with your daily life and totally forget something when it's not in the news cycle. Windrush has not been in the news cycle. We're distracted with a whole bunch of other things. So when something drops out, then you kind of think it's gone away. I didn't even know it was rolling. I thought there was like I think, you know, like you retain certain bits of information. I thought, oh, there's a deadline, and I thought that was it. Didn't even know it was still going. So even that, do people know that it's still open? Because if your group of people are getting rejected because of this, that, and the other, whether it's some sort of disproportionate institutional bias or because they don't have their paperwork, and if your brethren says, look, mine got rejected, and you feel like you're in the same situation, you might not apply. But these times now, maybe you have got the right documentation, or maybe your case is different. So then that trickle down effect of rumors and community whispers, those type of things can hold people back. There's so much stuff that is more than we fought, and then you lot took it away from us, and then we're left on the front line once again fighting for everybody. I just don't need that rhetoric to be circulating, because it's not genuine, it's not true, it's not in the way that that's being said. That's the only thing I disagree with Elaine on that. I really don't.
Yeah, I think Chantal, I understand what you're saying, that because it predominantly affected Black people, but it didn't when you go through the numbers. So even though, as I said, the dominant number that came in from Jamaica and the Caribbean is a lot, but when you factor in all of the other people that came in on the other call, it's not the majority. So it's a smaller amount that came in from Malta, from Cyprus, from India, but collectively there's a lot of them as well. Do you get what I mean? So it affected a country of people that came in, because a lot of people came in from the Caribbean. But when you think of all the numbers together, it affected so many people. You understand why they decided to just make it Black. And that's where I'm like, just critical thinking. Let's actually think about what they were hiding. And if this exposes that actually this is a real you were calling on the world to come and help build your country, and they did, and then you decided through legislation over time to erode people's citizenship, which was the deal. You come and help for citizenship. So, that's a huge fraud, really, when we look at it. And they packaged it as it was a fraud against Blacks. And that's where I'm like, guys, actually, let's think about how big this fraud was. The compensation needs to be a hell of a lot more. If they can spend flipping 5 billion, and I think it may even be more than 5 billion, on a failed ID system that just went to piss, giving over 60 million is pocket change. These guys need to cough up more. This is theft of identity is what they were trying to do. So let's not package it even as a Black thing. This was a global issue, that it's a crime against lots of different countries. And they sold it to the world and to us as a Black thing, which basically actually diminished the crime that the British people had done. And I think that's what we kind of got to look into as well. I really hope that a body of lawyers are thinking, you know what, let's do a class action against this.
Yeah. I was going to say, where's the link so we can drop it so people can look for themselves and get the information. But all that to be said, what is most important is getting that link of application out there in the communities. If it's disproportionately affected, now it's out there now. It's still open. There's still money on the table. If you know somebody that should be affected, that should be applying, tell them. Don't get caught up in the diaspora wars. Don't get caught up in the tribal wars. Don't get caught up in all of that. That's not important. What's important is the fact that the fund is open. The links are there. Get people applying. That's it. Spread the word amongst your community. Don't waste time on the rest of the other stuff, because that's just bullshit. Get everybody applying. Get everybody that needs to apply. And if you know someone that might not have their paperwork together, help them. Help them get their stuff together. What the Citizens Advice Bureau is not even great anymore, but it's still there. Library.
So this stops in 2022 under the last Conservative. That's the data that is out there. So again, this is something to be, if we do get Dawn Butler on, to be asking, what is the Labour government doing about this, like moving forward? How are they collating the data? Because this is 4 years old. 4 years is a long time. So those numbers may have changed dramatically as well. So again, it's like, this needs to be updated. This is an issue. From what I can tell, this is a big issue, and it is a crime that they have committed, and it's not just a crime against Caribbean people.
Exactly.
Now we've got to see, why were they selling this as a crime just against Black people?
Yeah. Let's go, people. Let's unite in that. Don't divide. Let's unite. The whole thing is getting the money out of these people. All right, guys, it's 10. So let's get some nonsense on the table and go to our beds, because I am.
No, we're not going to do what's his name?
Who?
Adonis.
Oh, okay. Adonis, please give me a link to Adonis, please. What's well, that's a nonsense, isn't it? Adonis, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go to his page? What are we doing with Adonis?
Let us know. Was it who? I can't remember. Was it Lee?
Lauren, I think, was it? Who was talking? Lee. No, Lee. Come back.
Let us know what we need to look into with Adonis. Yeah, here we go, Lee. Let us know. What is Adonis up to? I know he hates our guts. I invited him to come onto a live with us and he chickened out.
Thank you.
He definitely chickened out of having a discussion with us, but he's still making his content on Diaspora Wars shit. Imagine that. You're talking about Africans, Black Americans, while you're living in Romania. Like, what's
wild. I'm trying to see if I can find anything on it. So I'm looking at my phone. That's why I'm looking at my phone. That's crazy.
Ava says, I always thought it was a test run of deportation to see how the public would react to certain groups being deported. Most definitely. They always test out things. It was actually really interesting because I'd never looked at how they kept on changing the immigration laws. But it's interesting after, like, in the first kind of couple of years, it was only, I think it was 10,000 people that came over in the appeal in the 40s. And then they would change, they would say to folks, like, we're going to close the doors, and they would put in legislations to change immigration. So obviously everybody's now like, no, we got to get to Britain. It just feels like such a tactic that they do. Like, we're tightening up immigration, but some folks seem to be quite, well, we may go to Britain sometime, but once they're closing the doors, then they get a swathe of folks coming in. And they kept on doing that and using people. Like, Britain is the fuckeries anyway. It's very interesting, though. It's never what we think it is. They have a plan. They're just using it.
Yeah, 100%. What's this? So this is trapped in Romania. Okay, let's go.
Be seeing me try one of Romania's traditional dishes in one of their most iconic markets in Bucharest, Romania. Welcome to Obor. Most of the people are going to be out here with their families. I don't even know how I want to feel about this at this moment in time. Look at
this is him. Where's he trapped?
Each one of these is 50 RON. I dropped my umbrella. Out of pork.
This one says trapped in Romania.
I would say tenderism, but it's not really tenderism.
I'll piss off.
Your team? Yeah. Hello. What's up?
Well, this isn't trapped in. This is just going around Romania. Why the hell is he in Romania? Pay or attack? Attack to Romania.
Has this guy got 300k subscribers? Is that what I just saw?
Where? Yeah. That's why they want to be on his page. African Americans are not black. Oh, piss off. Live crying in Romania.
So yeah, you caught me crying live stream. Let's just review the clip.
Man, help me, please. They got your boy jammed up in Romania.
Hold on, before we get into this, my name's Adonis Crash Boom. You guys are watching Adonis Live, and on February 19th, I was attacked by a 20-year-old in his mid-20s Romanian man in Romania, Romania. It went viral, it went crazy, and throughout that, I've had people who've been supporting me throughout the process and looking for the actual facts through this situation. Then there's also people in other countries or other states or other even nations or counties or even continents who haven't been supportive. They've been trying to bash me throughout that process. And this is one of the videos that they posted on their channel. We're going to review that at this moment in time. If you like this video, before I said this right now,
fuck off. I don't want him to recap because that means he's having fun. I want to see him in pain, to be fair.
Apparently is there a live? He was really crying on live. I saw it.
Okay, he was live.
Oh no, he privated the live video. Fool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Adonis, piss off. To be honest, it is what it is. You can't even. This is what I saw that was quite funny. Well, it's awkward. Some astronauts when they went quiet on Trump. It was very funny. Hold on one second, let me get it into place. Brian Tyler shared it.
Ray Willow says no surprises he got attacked. I'm surprised that hasn't happened before.
God,
You have not seen awkward until you've watched this phone call between Donald Trump and the Artemis II crew.
So proud to be a part of this program.
Well, I have to say I spoke to a very special person, Wayne Gretzky, who I think you know, the great one. And I spoke to your prime minister and many other friends I have in Canada. They are so proud of you. And you have a lot of courage. I'm not sure if they'd want to do that. I'm not even sure if the great one would want to do that, to be honest with you. But you have a lot of courage doing what you're doing, a lot of bravery and a lot of genius.
Why are they trying to send it to the black man?
I'm proud of you.
Not thumbs up. Oh no, oh no, oh god. No, I can't. I actually can't watch. It's too much. Oh shit. Why didn't he just start talking? Oh no. Oh god.
Administrator Alex, I'm going to just get a quick comm check, make sure you guys are still on the line and we didn't have a handover.
I am. Yes, I am.
And just brutal. That's almost a full minute of silence after Trump's usual inane ramblings, where these astronauts can't even bring themselves to dignify what Trump is saying by responding.
Yeah. Also, I didn't say I spoke to Carney. These times I've been beefing Carney for ages. You lot don't like each other. So yeah, that was a little bit of fuck you. Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
Oh, that was too much.
Absolutely brilliant.
Can you do the nonsense that I put in?
Yeah.
I think that came from Coco.
The one, the woman, the girl, Natalie. Was there something else?
Oh no. Yeah, actually, I'd forgotten about Natalie. No, I put in a thing
on the doc. Sorry.
Yeah, I put it in our group. I think.
Oh, hold on.
I did. I'm sure.
Where in News and Nonsense? I don't see any.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I did. Coco, I'm sure.
No.
Somewhere.
Not the Natalie one. Oh, I don't know if you did it. Hold on 1 second.
It may have been maybe yesterday or
the
day
okay, that's what I was thinking. Hold on, this one. Let me see. Is it this?
Now I'm looking in
this one.
In the group. Okay.
This
what did
one.
You say? Yes. Yeah.
You see the video where the boy was saying, if you're a grown man and you're a bodybuilder, you have shit stains in your underwear.
My brother and I just got in a big fucking argument because I was talking about having shit stains in my underwear and that I need to get new ones. And he's like, what the fuck, bro? I never get shit stains in my underwear. And I'm like, you're a liar. Any grown-ass man who lifts weights has shit stains in their underwear.
So then he goes around to all the guys in the gym asking, do they have poop stains? And they're saying yes.
Chris, you ever get shit stains in your underwear? Of course. And how old are you? 27 years old. Do you ever get shit stains in your underwear? All the time. And how old are you? 21. Brandon, you ever get shit stains in your underwear? And how old are you? 19. Question of the day. You ever get shit stains in your underwear? 100%, all the time. And how old are you? 21. Sam, you ever get shit stains in your underwear? All the time. And how old are you?
And it was in that moment that every part of homosexuality left my body.
I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women.
Speaking of that, did you see the video?
Like I don't know if it's a joke, but I believe these white folks have shit stains in their boxes standardly. I believe it, honestly. I feel like it's real. There was one guy 1 year on Love Island, and he got out of bed and we could see his shit stains on his boxers. Like he had been wearing the same boxers and he had turned it inside out. So I believe it. I can only go on. The common denominator was that there was no black folks in there, and they all said yeah.
I don't want to talk to them anymore. I think that's
As the man said, for the record, there's a difference between shit stains and wet stains.
okay. I don't. Oh, and like you're just all making me feel sick. Like the fuck. No, just get out of here. Does that mean is it a gym thing because you're straining and you have poop that comes out because you go and you strain, or you
Is
just
that what happens, guys? I don't know. I'm just not in the gym like that. So
disgusting. Like, also because it's that whole thing of washing your ass means you're gay. That I saw that go on social media. So men don't touch their bum, go inside their bum crack because it makes them. If you start.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
That sort of thing. I saw like waving your butt, waving. Sorry, I saw waving cat designs thing, and I said waving your bum. Thank you. Waving, I was done, absolutely done. And they say washing your bum makes you gay. Let me see.
So people are out here like, I'm not going to wash my bum because if I spread my ass cheeks, that means that I'm gay.
Yeah. Because you're getting the other side. Here we hold on 1 second. Let me see.
Apparently, it feels too good. What is going on in the world?
Let me see. Let's go.
So are they not wiping their bum then as well? Because you got to do the same shit.
1 second. Let me share it. I need to go to bed, guys. Don't you lot try and get me on this bullshit because I'll go down the rabbit hole. Here we go.
He never wipes his own ass because if he touches his own butt too much, he might start to like it, and that's how you become gay.
No way.
Most of my male mates are into other male mates, and I'm pretty sure that didn't happen from wiping their own butt. And also, is that implying that every straight man is not a butt wiper?
Is not wiping their own butt.
No wonder those sporty change room smell are all these straight boys with smelly asses wandering around. I had a...
So maybe it is a thing.
Let's see. There's another take.
Ava's like, I can't go. I mean, who knew? I mean, maybe I don't know.
No, because I don't know. I think this is
Tucker has lost.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, look his eyebrows.
I just know that there are some straight men that literally, probably, and maybe some gay men who have some type of weird ego thing going on. They probably don't clean their butt crack because they're scared that it makes them gay. And
I hate that he's cleaning his ears.
I can't imagine what it smells like down there.
I don't want to know. I don't care. I don't care.
I just have questions. Is
Y'all, I've been sitting here going through the comments on that booty hole video I did about the guys not washing their booty hole in the shower. And they're saying that it's like it's a gay thing. So you gay if you wash your damn booty hole out? Can we as a community come together for the straight guys that ain't got no damn better sense to think that washing your asshole out is gay? Who are these girls laying in the bed with these guys that's got these damn jerry beads hanging out of their ass? Who, bitch? And honey, that's not a gay thing. There's some gay guys walking around here with some webbed up sausage balls swinging between their damn legs. Honey, all I know is gay or straight, wash your ass. And I'm talking about really get in there like with a rag and get some soap in there and like scrub, bitch. I'm talking about get in there and scrub. And if you ain't been in there in a while, bitch, scrub. Wash it out till the water runs clear, bitch.
This can't be real. This can't be.
No, you're married, so I thank the ancestors, the Lord above, anyone watching over me, that I have never to this day encountered a man. I only deal with black men, so I don't think black men are exempt, but I only deal with black men. And so far, thank the Lord, I've not been anywhere near a stinking ass.
I mean,
thank you.
I can't even, oh my God, even the thought of it is just, but no, I have not. No. Because what do you do? It's not even a thing to think about. But also if this is a thing, surely you can't go years, months, weeks.
People do.
With build up. So surely somehow is the body self-cleaning? Does it reabsorb the food?
No, I
But
mean,
it's gonna be crustacean. Like how does it work if you don't wipe your bum? What, like, how would that work?
I don't know. I guess because also people are acclimatized to smells and they just think that that smell is normal. Because like some people say that certain girls have certain smells, and if you don't know outside of that, you might just think, well, this is how it's supposed to smell. Because like you might read the top line, oh, vaginas have a smell, and sometimes it can smell this, and sometimes it doesn't. And so they just assume, well, like, yeah, my fanny's got a smell because my fanny's got
But surely there would be. Yes. Oh God, this is actually just making me itch. I just can't even. I can't, because I'm just thinking. But wouldn't you have crustaceans as you're walking, like just dropping?
That's why people have itchy bums and stuff like that. Because if you don't wash your bum properly, you have itchy bum and nastiness. Like when little kids have scratchy booties because they haven't wiped their bum.
Yeah. Oh my God! Just thinking of when you see them going like that, and it's like, come wipe your bum. But that's what I'm saying. If they don't wipe their bums, though, that's a lot there.
But then maybe they just feel like, because also, when you become used to dirt, then you just accept what's going on. I'm assuming because people who smell in general and don't understand that they smell, or don't feel no way that they smell, then they just get used to their funk. Because like you can sit in your own shit when you're in the toilet, but you can't go into someone else's. Oh my God! So I know my arms like I can't. I'm just so just because I
maybe as they're washing their back, the water just runs and will take some of it out. So even if they're not actually spreading bum cheeks, maybe the water will help in time if they're washing them. I was really in the shower thinking, people really don't wash their legs. Like, I was in the shower thinking about it. Like, why would you think not to wash your legs just because the water is running down?
Cleaning. It's like, but that's the logic. So if you think that, and also like men, like again, patriarchy, guys, patriarchy has done a number on everyone, not just women. It's done a number on you guys, because the fact that you are so scared to part your cheeks and cleanse inside. Just go like that because you're fearful. Because you know, I mean, whoever made you guys, whatever you believe, whoever you manifest on this earth, you don't have a cum button in your bum. And I've said that to guys, and they're like, "Why would you say that?" Like, you don't have a cum button in your bum. I don't know why there's a cum button in your bums, but there is. So there's a little debris inside your bum that makes you cum. And I understand that if you don't want to explore it, because I think I've had this conversation. Like, real talk now. I've had this conversation with people like, exploring your sexuality, it's not every day. Yes, you do, Stephen. Yes, you do. You have a cum button in your bum.
Stephen saying they don't. No, we don't. No, that is it's not a myth.
You actually have a.
It's there.
And I think women have it because it's pleasurable. There's a male G spot. It's in the bum.
Yes, it's in the bum.
The male G spot. Hold on. Let me go to men's health.
Maybe if you just think about it though, like if for some reason it needed to be inside, where else is it gonna be?
I mean, it doesn't have to be there, but yeah,
if that's what God,
AKA the male G spot, can produce mind-blowing organs. You have to be brave enough to go looking for it. Okay, don't knock it till you've tried it. 1 second. The prostate is loaded with nerve endings. In fact, it has almost as many as the clitoris, which means stimulating it can pave way for the most pretty earth-shattering orgasms. Right? Let me find it. Right, guys have to remember this. The sensations and experiences that feel good have nothing to do with your sexual orientation or gender. Right? She's got, okay, there's nothing inherently feminine about receiving anal stimulation and penetration. You get to decide what anal play means to you and how you feel about it. And this is someone called Alicia Sinclair, who's the founder and CEO of B-Vibe, something for sex, right? And when you can let go of the idea that a sexual act has to be done by a specific gender, you'll discover some amazing opportunities, right? you can still have a prostate orgasm, right? The prostate is a walnut-sized gland below the bladder, above the penis, and in front of the rectum. Its primary function is to create prostate fluid, which is a component of semen. But prostate stimulation can be so pleasurable that some sexual experts have dubbed the prostate the male G-spot. Now to reach it, there's a picture. You or a partner can insert a finger or a toy about 2 inches into your bum, your rectum, hooking it towards your belly button as opposed to your back. Here's a diagram of how to reach it. Now, you want to argue with me, Steve? You want to argue with me?
See, this is the thing. So realistically, it hasn't even got to be done by somebody. You could just do it yourself and wash your finger afterwards.
You can just go
like nobody needs to actually be involved in it. And why we're saying about sometimes things that are internal, it's not just for the sake of a mindless pleasure, as it's actually got its uses for the fluids that you probably need. Maybe this is just a thought. There would be less prostate cancer if those fluids were able to flow and people were quenching their prostate first that is in there, dying inside their body, literally wanting to get out, if they just stuck a finger up their bum from time to time.
Listen,
to time. Like how you clean out your ear and it's like, and it's lovely. Maybe you got to do the same thing, same actions, and keep going, but in your bum.
First and foremost, Eman's life. You want to make comments like that, you better pay some money as well. You better pay some money, because F you for that. Because it's not the problem with what's left of the black community in the UK. It's liberal, black, feminine, females. Don't be stupid. This is science. You've got a cum button in your bum. You don't have to pleasure it. You also don't have to explore it. Because what I was going to say before I saw that comment was, when it comes to sexuality, it's okay to stay within your lane. It is you're absolutely fine to stay within the boundaries of what you find comfortable. Myself, I don't need to go and explore anything. I don't want to go and explore sex. I like my hetero, little boxed in vanilla life. I like it. But if you want to, guys, you have a cum button in your bum. And women have it too. Women have a stimulation, because men who like to toss women's salad, there's a pleasurable nerves around a woman's anus as well. So it's not just men. We have nerves around that feels good. Sometimes when you have a good old boo-boo, sometimes it feels some sort of way. It happens.
I feel like it's just a thing of the...
It's a shit pot.
It's the same as our G-spot, though. You got to fiddle around to get to it. But I'm just saying, nothing in our bodies is for... it was just put there. It's going to have a function. And maybe from time to time, I mean, who knows? Maybe a good old-fashioned, springly poo can ignite it in some way. I don't know. It's just maybe, but also it shouldn't be crazy that from time to time you could stick a finger up there.
All right, okay, cool. Because Mr. Iman is telling us now that we're telling bodies and we don't know when our periods are coming. I don't even understand.
I mean, not every... I actually hate it when people say things like that, because it's like, not every woman is totally unaware of their cycle. It's like a fallacy. Lots of people actually do know their cycles and know their bodies and know when their periods are coming and are very regular with it, and also know how to navigate the world when their bodies are changing. Like, not everybody is like, my period came at all.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
But maybe not a lot of you know that you have a pleasure button that nobody else needs to touch but you.
Stimulated via the perineum, which is the space between his anus and scrotum, or through his anus. It's about 2 inches and the size of a walnut. The prostate is a key to a whole new world of pleasure. If only he can get over the yuck factor. The male G-spot.
And the thing is, you don't even have to do this. You can do it from the outside if you like. I'm not asking you not to do this. I don't need to know this. The thing is,
this is like help, isn't it?
You don't have to do this. I'm not asking you to do this. I'm not telling, because it's not my world. It's not my thing. However, the conversation veered to this, and it was there are men out there not washing their bums because they are scared it will make them gay. That is what's stupid. The rest of it, it's up to you. Do what the fuck you want. I'm not telling you to stick your finger up there. And obviously, when you go and have a prostate exam, the moment's not the moment. So you're not going to be thinking like that. That's like when I have a smear test, having a speculum put inside me is not sexual. But
at all.
Be a willy, then I'm going to feel
so far from it. It's traumatizing. It's actually traumatizing. And now, see how you men are. Because so many of you were like, oh, I'm not going to go and get a prostate exam. They now have a blood test that they can do. So you don't even have to go for that exam. Why have they not figured out a way for us to have some blood tests so that they don't have to do smear tests? Because they don't give a shit. So women have to be traumatized up and down the country, all around the world. But men, little trauma, now you can have a blood test. Why isn't there a male pill? Because they keep on saying it's going to affect them badly, but do they care about how it affects women?
No. Hold on, because Aman is now asking for an African. I'm just Googling. I don't have any expert. And look, if you don't believe Western medicine, that's absolutely all right as well. I have suspicions about Western medicine as well. If you think there's no such thing as a G-spot in the bum, also cool. If you don't think the prostate thing is, it's okay, you know. This started, I want to be clear, this started because there are men out there that won't wash their bums and have shit stains in their fucking shorts because they think that if they wash their bum, it makes them gay. That is how this started. I'm not advocating for anyone, any man, to destabilize their sexuality. Not fucking call me a liberal feminist that's destroying the black community. Fuck you for saying that. I'm offended. All I'm saying is that science that I have seen before, I've heard it before many times. You don't have a cum button in your bums. Not my fault. I didn't put it there. If you don't have one and you don't want to know, don't look. Anyway, this is black people talking about it. I don't know. Now they're gays.
But
hold on.
Okay. Yeah, and here's the thing too. Let me tell you something.
We about to get with the shits.
And people been, I've been having people playing my ass in it for a good long time. That's a great orgasm. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
And I know you're gonna cuss because they're not straight men. So now it's
oh my god.
Okay, man. Have at it. Have at it. Okay, have at it. Have at it. Sorry, Stephen. Sorry, Aman, the African king. Whatever the fuck. Just do what you need to do in your life.
Distracted, yeah, I bet he has done.
Tell your brethren, clean your bums, and it doesn't make you maybe clean your bums. And if you happen to touch on it and it goes, oh, feels good. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. It's fine. It's okay. Yeah, exactly. Wear black boxes for the rest of your fucking life. Do whatever.
Well, it's gonna have to be brown ones because oh, good grief.
But not everyone has a G-spot. Thank you. Fine. It doesn't. Fine, exactly. Because also, not every woman has a G-spot, and yeah,
leave our butts alone. Oh god.
What this is like? Why are you not so fucking offended? What is wrong? See, that's what I'm saying. Male sensitivity. You not can. Let me get these guys on the screen before you start feeling like I'm turning you gay. Oh, like here we go. Stop. All right, calm down. Careful. Oh my god.
Are there any testimonials? Share your bad. Oh god. Is there a last piece of nonsense to close on? You guys have made AK Rex.
I'm so sad. I'm sorry, the first one I find and see if it's stupid. You know what it is? First of all, it's the fact that we don't know when our periods are. Are you stupid?
Maya said, what in the fragile masculinity is going on here?
We have to listen to men telling us about our periods. Do you know how much times men talk about our periods? And we have to go and sit in a fucking forest because we're so unclean and impure because we got our periods. And a man telling us that actually we're not allowed to come because if you come, then you're... What am I dreaming of finding, Steve? What?
I don't have. Hang on. What is it? Rated show. In our, you got WhatsApp up? Yeah, I'm not on my laptop.
What's up?
In our WhatsApp group, the last video from Rated Show is in there from Instagram. If you put it up, Sora put it in our group. We actually really need to have the Rated guys on the pod. They are flipping hilarious. I love
the wrong
them.
group. Shame, I'm in the wrong group.
YouTube members group.
Oh, that's it. God, I was in the wrong group. I was like, what the hell? We're talking about films. Okay, let's go 1 second.
Ava, we spoke about reform on the main show, which will be out tomorrow.
Good grief. I stopped yawning once the topic popped up. I went into overdrive. My adrenaline kicked in because you lot pissed me off. Which you're scared will make you great. It's fucking incensing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This epidemic should not spread. Sorry, this is the wrong video. This epidemic should not spread. No. So yeah, I am fucking mad. It will take my tiredness away. We're not washing your ass because it makes you gay. You're so dumb. The world's gone to shit. The world's actually gone to shit. Sensitive man. Here we go.
Brother, because you know the health thing. I had to have a colonoscopy.
How was that?
The camera.
Them show a big thing up your ass. Your body must be big.
Look at that, man.
No, but tell me No, fun and joke aside, everything is okay.
Yeah, is everything cool? Let me tell you, man, something. This is a serious thing now. If you had any health issues, what's that? What's that?
A camera with him shoot up your ass. And the cameraman give. You see who give?
Wait, why did he get a camera? The cameraman just gave it to him. I'm gonna ask you something, yeah? If you had concerns about your health, would you get a colonoscopy?
You know I would, bro. I don't care.
Would you, Percy?
You'll get a blood test done.
No. You have to get a colonoscopy. Yeah. So would you?
When you say cameraman,
First.
Hold on a minute. I'm having deja vu.
I'm gonna keep asking him.
Go on.
If you
had the what? If the doctor said,
would you, Percy? Yes or no?
You know, so I feel dizzy all of a sudden. I was at the end of the show, me tell you. Hold on, you have to bend your back and hard your back up in the ear.
It was a madness. I'm not gonna lie.
You have to skin out.
The thing is, yeah.
You never use your deja vu and looking at the future. You have to in tune with your powers. When you're going to the future, you see your future self cock out your heart. And then the doctor tells you, say, no, everything's all right, kid. Then you come back to it.
This is why you guys are in trouble.
Do you know one of the worst parts, though? They send you a pack in the post. Now, the pack is like a laxative because you've got to empty out. 20 minutes after I drink the drink, Chris.
Shitting.
Brother, I sit down on the toilet. It sounded like someone was pouring stupid soup down the toilet. I was talking tongues. I sounded Somali. Oh my God. The whole of my inside just dropped out. The whole of my back, he was talking in tongues.
Oh God. No, come on, guys. Your health is important. You gotta look after it.
That's the thing. And clean your fucking asses. Because it's
oh, God.
I was gonna end on some nonsense. This is some other nonsense, but it's I haven't seen it for a while. I had it on the dock for a while. There's some mad advert. I don't know if any of you lot saw this because I never saw it.
Well, commuters passing through one of the busiest train stations in London have reported feeling unwell and nauseous, but it wasn't due to overcrowding or heat. The culprit was apparently an ice cream ad, which has unfortunately not had the intended effect. The campaign by Magnum was described as being multi-sensory and had included posters, videos, a cracking noise meant to replicate the sound of opening an ice cream wrapper, and a customised chocolate aroma. It was sprit throughout the tunnels of King's Cross Station every few seconds, permeating the space with a sweet scent. But most passengers weren't on board with the smell, with one describing it as chocolate mixed with urine and saying they felt sick because of it. So complained, with some saying the overwhelming odour had taken over the break room. After receiving a lot of feedback, Magnum announced it was pulling back on the perfume element, but firmly believes the fragrance still smells better than the tube usually does.
I'm just going to wish I saw it to make my own decision. I'd have liked to have seen that and got a free one in the anyway.
Oh God. Yeah, I feel like that is a little bit squarey. Like
that is a bit much because they pump in
aroma. It's unnecessary.
Yeah, like just buy. Everyone likes Magnum. It's all right. Just relax, man.
Just to have the visuals.
Yeah.
And yes, this tube has a smell, but we're used to it in it, so it's the tube smell. When something else is in the air in the tubes, it's not nice. It's just
too much. It's underground. It doesn't even smell. To be fair, the tube doesn't even smell shitty. I don't smell piss and all that stuff in the tube.
I just feel like it smells
just underground, like dusty. Maybe.
Yeah. It smells dusty. But I wouldn't want a chocolate smell infused with the dusty smell. No,
Sorry, Yvonne, you have asked multiple times. The MJ, I was pressed in Berlin. I was pressed. I got flew out to Berlin for the Michael Jackson premiere. If you're on my page, you might have seen some of my stories. I don't want to spoil it. We're going to see you on April the 22nd. I think you'll be very happy if you're a Michael Jackson. I think you'll be very happy as a Michael Jackson fan. And I think I'm under embargo as well. But I think go and see it. It's one for fun. You'll be singing along. And I think Jafar does a very good job as Michael. Jafar's his nephew. And it's more than a Michael Jackson imitation. He actually really does become Michael Jackson. Really. Yeah. He does a very...
I like that they got his nephew doing it as well. I mean,
him and the boy that plays young Michael had never acted before. They both are phenomenal. Like, hasn't acted before.
He hasn't acted before.
He was in training for 2 years. Jafar was in training for 2 years, and under regime got really trained up. It works. He does a really good job. Really good job.
And which one's child is he?
I think he's Jermaine's son.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I got flued out, man. I don't want to spoil. I can't spoil it.
Did you see Blanket and Prince?
Yes. His two sons came out at the. I got some footage. His two sons came out at the Q&A at the end. Not really a Q&A. There's an introduction at the end. So the two sons, and they said they spoke on their father's legacy, and they said, yeah. The atmosphere was good. Lots of fans. Lots of people who think they're Michael Jackson. There were lots. It's quite funny to see, like, oh wow, you have the jacket, you have the trouser, the glove, the socks, the shoe, the hairstyle, and there's white ones too. There's white and there's girls. Yeah, man. This wasn't just black people.
Jermaine and his hair. Did you see it up close?
I saw it up close. He didn't do the red carpet. He just came in, but I saw Jermaine, and it's as together as it is.
Just black liquor.
Yeah, man. His action though. Yep. But he looks good actually. He does look good in the face. The hair's just insane. But
what is he? He's like 70 odd, isn't he?
Something like that.
He's around there.
I can't answer any questions about the film. I'm under embargo and I don't want to do that. So I cannot ask any specifics. The atmosphere was great. It was freezing on the red carpet though. I was unprepared. I haven't done the red carpet for ages. So I was killed. And the building's nice. The cinema room was nice. It was nice. It was a nice screen. It's the best Dolby surround sound type screen in Berlin.
Okay.
I was only in there for I literally got back yesterday. I was saying yesterday. So I went on Friday, got back yesterday. And yeah, it was good. It was good to be there, and all the activations were fun. I hope they do activations around the UK, like wherever it is. I think they should do some activations. The activations were fun.
I hope so.
Yeah, and that's it. It was fun.
And Nia Long looked lovely as well.
Nia Long looked beautiful. Everyone's great, and Antoine Fuqua. I did not know he was married to Lela Rochon, and that was like, oh shit! I think I knew it, but I totally forgot that he's married to Lela Rochon, actress, Waiting to Excel, Boomerang.
I was just about to say, oh my god! It just as you said her name, I was like, hang on, I've literally just been doing some stuff on Waiting to Excel, and then her face came to me like, for real. Yes, I know she'd got a little bit bigger. It's crazy because I have that 90s face in my head for her.
Yeah, and
so it's like, yeah, I've seen her not too long ago, and it is like, oh yeah, she is bigger. Her features have slightly changed a little bit because to me, when we were young, she looked so much like Robin Givens, the one that was the type. Yeah, they look so similar.
I never put them together because she had she looked like, do you know why she looked like one of my friends? She had a similar face to one of my friends. I always saw my friend. But she was standing with Antoine, and Antoine was doing his interview. And I was like, I know this. And I was standing there looking at her because she was just nodding along with her husband. And I was like, hold on. And then I was standing there, I Googled her and I was like, that's Lela Rochon. And I'm surrounded by, there was no one black on the carpet with me. It was all foreigners, like Europeans and stuff. So I'm like, oh, you lot won't know. So I had to ask the publicist. I was like, can you talk? Is that Lela? And she's like, yes, it's Lela Rochon. I was like, yes, I need to speak to her. And I was like, Lela, oh my God, I didn't realize it was you. Da, 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 da. And so she's married to Antoine Fuqua, the director of Michael. Very lovely couple. Antoine is a handsome man, must say. He's a man. He's a good man. He's a man.
He's a married man.
He's a married man. I'm being very respectful. She's got a good man on her arm. And they're nice, they're a lovely, powerful couple. They look good. I was like, yeah, man, yeah. So, that's it.
What's the gift?
Yeah, it's religion. Michael Jackson is religion to some folk, and seeing some of the people there, I was like, wow, you lot.
Oh, Shay said he has a cheating scandal last year.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Strike, piss off.
Strike earlier on said that he was going to take you out.
What? What?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he was going to take you out.
Are you handsome, though? That's the thing.
Strike, are you handsome? Are you prepared to come on and show your face?
Show your face to me. Let me see your face, man. But yeah. So
no, not Nicole Murphy.
Oh, was that Antoine Fuqua? Was it Antoine? Was it?
It's all coming back to me that yes, I remember. And weren't it that she was like, we didn't do anything, and then there's footage
like this.
Oh,
I cannot, because he's going to be doing Hannibal as well for Netflix with Denzel Washington.
Yeah, I remember that all coming out. She's a heifer, and ain't it that they're not brethrens, but they kind of know each other as well.
I don't think it was Antoine.
I think it is.
No, it's not.
He's a good man.
He's a good man. He's not. He's a lovely man. He's very. Oh, okay. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to do any more Googling. I don't want to have my.
Nicole Murphy is the worst. I actually remember it. They were caught. It wasn't even just a rumor. They were actually caught at it. Yeah, he's one of those.
Let's not talk about it. He's a good man.
Antoine Fuqua, more like.
I can't. Over. I'm done. I'm under embargo. I'm glitching. Reception. No more, no more.
Oh,
Okay.
how sad. Yeah. Okay. Are you seeing it? Yeah, I remember it now. Cher said I'm putting the pic in the WhatsApp shortly.
No, stop it, Cher! I'm going to bed.
Oh, God. All right. So we done for our nonsense? Are we off? Okay, guys. All right. So episode will be up tomorrow. Our new episode. Audio goes out first, and then video will be in the evening or Tuesday morning. So it's a good one. Yeah, we had a good show last week, and then we'll be back.
We did have it. We did have a good show. And today was a good show. We had fun. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Thank you all. Donations. Roll call. Thank you to the donations. Thank you.
Okay. And remember, even while I'm doing roll call, you guys can still add in some.
You can still add. You've got 5 minutes to add some more. Listen, I want Mr. freaking African try to accuse me of being a destruction of the Black community. You better put some money in the coffers. Talking about my periods and shit. Oh. Don't you dare. Come here.
Okay. So Louise gave us £5. And then Yvonne gave us £5. Thank you. And then we had Fashion for Crime give us £20. Thank you. And then we had Strike came and he gave us £5.
To the cars that we're going to be driving.
And then Lee gave us $99.
Thank you so much. That's what we like. Thank you for the tea.
Stephen came with £5. And then he topped it up with £2. Thank you so much. And then we have Strike came back with £2. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I don't like this £2 business. You think you're going to get over and say, we're going to start limiting you. £10 only to comment, Strike, about. I'm not busted either. Get out of town. No more comments. Pay to comment.
Oh, bless you all. Thank you for being on with us as well. It means a lot.
Happy Sunday.
We will see you next week.
See you next week.